Welcome to On the Pulse with Trevor Scott and Dave Waterman.
Yes, you are on the pulse with Trevor Scott and
Me.
who would be Dave Waterman.
That's the one. G'day, folks.
He's been playing me some very naughty videos this morning. You're a very naughty man.
Well, they're on Facebook. Everybody can see them if
I know.
they really want
Goodness me, though. I can't even tell you what they were about.
to. No, it's disgraceful.
Terrible stuff.
I'll sneak it in later.
Yes, he will. There's no doubt about it. He will sneak it in. Hi, everybody. Skies are blue. Barmer is looking superb. The lake is outstanding. There's people at the Oval. We're in finals fever
I
time.
thought that was going to be a poem or something you were going to.
No poetry comes out of me. You know
No,
that,
that's true.
David.
A lot of BS, but no poetry.
Have a look at this. Oh, my goodness.
What am I looking at? What are you looking
Oh,
at?
no, it's not doing what I want it to do.
What was it supposed to do?
I was supposed to put a little picture of you up in the corner.
What, your camera's not on you, though, is it?
Well, hang on.
Where's your camera?
We'll muck around with this
As we go.
as we play. So
There you go.
you go.
Look, see, there you go.
Yeah, but what about you?
What about me? Who wants to look at me? You're the superstar.
No, we'll just turn that off. Hey, look, netball's well and truly into their finals.
There I am.
Oh, yeah, well, that's the screen behind that screen. No one can see that.
Oh,
So
thank
don't talk
God.
about that screen.
Oh, yeah.
That's a secret screen.
Oh, is it?
All right, we're screening
What
everywhere.
a secret thing. I've got to know how to work this thing one day.
Well, you're going to have to, because if I fall over and
That's
break
why
something,
you got a curved screen so that I can't see it.
I've got the cursor in so you can see it.
Oh, is that what happened?
Big screen.
Oh.
There it is that you can... Hello, Chrissy. Hang on, let's put you through to the desk and we'll go straight to Chrissy left the Riatas. How you doing, Chrissy?
Good morning, Trev. How are you?
I'm very well indeed. Look at this glorious day we've got.
Oh, it's absolutely magic. I'm just arrived at the Embalmer to coach a netball team, and I'm just sitting in front of the lake. It's just gorgeous.
Isn't it? Isn't it just beautiful? Let's get stuck into last night's first round of the finals. And, well, it's two very close games.
Yeah, so we'll start off with the Loxton North game. I only arrived in the last quarter, but it seemed like I was a bit surprised with the score. I thought it might have been a little bit close, a bit like last week.
Yeah.
But from what I've been told is Loxton certainly came out and did their homework. They played really, really well. Special mention to their three young mid-quarters who I believe still eligible. Well, one's eligible for under 17s, the other two under 15s.
Right.
Arabella Panel, Miller Swartz de Silva and Anaya Uren. They were outstanding in the mid-court. And I spoke to Coach Leah Uren after the game, and she just said, look, she's just rotating them just to keep them fresh. And I suppose with that sort of pressure, playing, keep them fresh and keep their decision-making really positive. But Loxton had played a really clinical, good game of netball last night.
Yes.
Loxton North defence was very strong, and that Leah and Tani Shinnick were outstanding in defence and double-teamed Tash Leck, and then that made it a little bit difficult for Loxton North to penetrate into the circle. Loxton North won one quarter, which was the last quarter, 9-12, but it was all a bit too late, and the final scores were Loxton 44 to Loxton North 34, 10-goal difference, and Loxton moved into the grand final.
So Loxton goes straight to the grand final again.
Yeah. Best
They're good, aren't they?
players for Loxton were Amy Holmes and Tani Shinnick,
Yep.
and for Loxton North were Brooke Trollet and Kiara Harmon.
Excellent. All right, those names have been coming up each and every week. They really have.
Yep.
Now the other game, the Battle of Berry Barmera.
Yeah, the Battle of Berry Barmera. And it certainly didn't disappoint, and it was close most of the game. Most of the game. Berry did come out with a really great start and were 6 goals up at half time. Barmera then regrouped and had a great third quarter. The whole game was messy. There was balls going from one side to another side. There was a lot of missed shots, and then there was some great rebounding. It was really topsy-turvy.
Yeah, right.
And it took a little while for both teams to settle. And right up until the last quarter and 8-minute mark, it was still even, with both teams sort of making similar errors. and just not capitalising on, rebounds, defensive rebounds. In the end, I believe Berry really settled in the last 8 minutes, and their experience, they were patient, they were giving and going, and they got over the line, and I think in the last 5 minutes they scored quite convincingly to win the game by 6 goals.
Yes, well, I was watching it from home and I'm going, this is not going well. This is a battle and a half.
No, it was all over the place, both teams.
Yeah.
Both goalies shooting at Berry was shooting at 78%.
Yeah.
Farmer was shooting at 76%. So, that wasn't, it was just an even, and it was like, it was very undisciplined from both teams. But I just think that was pressure from each other as well. They were just trying so hard. That's the way it ended. And Berry came away with a win just from being really patient and really saying, hang on a minute, we just need to settle here and finish off doing what we need to do.
Yeah. And they've been very good at that. Yeah.
Yes. Best players for Berry, I thought Kendall McLean had an outstanding game at goal shooter. I think she finished with 83%. And Brooke Franks was named second best player. For Barmera, Hayley Hodson and Tilly Albrecht for best for Barmera.
Oh, right. Okay. So
that will see Berry versus Loxton North at the preliminary final at the Toyota Arena next week.
That's going to be a big game. That is for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looking forward to that one. Now, let's have a look at the A2s because that's very important as well.
Absolutely. A2, Berry versus Barmera. Berry 49 defeated Barmera 43. Best players for Berry were Laura Gloucester and Mackenzie Pierce.
Yep.
And for Barmera, Sheridan Bonnie and Hannah Boylan. Wakery versus Loxton, which was third and fourth.
Yes.
Loxton 43 defeated Wakery 30.
Right.
Best players for Loxton, Zali Duffy and Claudia Sabini.
Right.
And for Wakery, Lainey West and Chelsea Gilby.
There you go. I can hear the birds in the background. So next week it's Barmera to take on Loxton, and of course going straight into the grand final is Berry this time.
Berry, yes, yep.
So you've got to be pretty happy with your teams out of Berry, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. It's a great Berry A2 have had an outstanding season and done really, really well. And I wish Nick and her team all the very best.
Yes, I think I'm hoping they go all the way through. And, of course, I'm hoping the Berry A1s will make their way through as well. But I'm still sitting on the fence, people, all right? It's very hard to do this gig and be sitting on the fence. It really is. But, no, it's fabulous. And, of course, all the rest of these finals continue today, right, around the place.
So 1 versus 2 at Barmera today and 3 and 4 at Wakery tomorrow.
Yep.
We align with the football.
Yep, no worries. All right, well, it sounds fabulous.
Right.
Thanks for your time. Good luck today.
Thanks, Trev.
Thanks, Chrissy.
Okay,
Bye. Good old Chrissy left the Riatas. While she was at the netball, I was eating Terry's food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went and got something to eat from Terry last night.
Right.
Lefties.
Of course.
Street eats.
Yeah, I've never had anything.
Well, you need to treat yourself one day because it's pretty damn good.
There are a lot of people down the footy club that actually ring on a Friday night when Lefty's up here near the servo and order.
Yeah,
So
he's up here on a Wednesday night. He's on a Wednesday
the draw,
night.
They go up there, get their dinner and go home.
Yeah, right. He's in Berry on a Friday, so it must be on Wednesday.
Could be. Well, when I was there doing the draw call on Friday nights, a lot of people used to do it then. But then that's probably 3 years ago now.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably 3 years ago or more.
Yeah. I'm just going through Rosemary Gower's epistle.
Her what?
Her epistle.
Epistle.
I said, can you give us a brief outline on Hallett?
Yep.
So she's written a book, which is pretty usual for Rosemary, really, isn't it?
Well, I don't think Rosemary's ever written anything that's
dot points.
That's any less than 3 pages.
No, I don't think so either.
Well, maybe 2. So, pretty amazing, isn't it?
Well, she can't tell me off at the moment because she doesn't know how to use a computer to listen to us at the moment.
Oh, now, come on, surely.
Well, she's probably...
It's not that hard. Even I can do it.
She'd still be in her 90s. She's not ready to start peddling yet.
Okay. Look, we're going to...
She stays awake till 3 o'clock in the morning on the computer.
I know she does because when you get up in the morning, there's an essay
Yeah,
that has
yeah. And
been
I say
written.
to her, "What are you dressed in?" She says, "My uniform."
And well, we don't want to know about that.
That's just her night clothes.
We're going to talk golf now because Dallas has got to get to Adelaide and he's popped in with his smiley face and he's not brought a hat this time, so that he can't leave it
I want to
behind.
know why you're going to Adelaide, Dallas.
First and foremost, the family have insisted I call in and see them.
Yes.
Well, I suppose that's a reasonable suggestion, isn't
And
it?
besides that, my youngest daughter is buying me lunch today, which
Oh,
helps.
definitely.
And the Paraka Bulls, my old football club, are playing in the second semi-final today, so I might call in and see them for a few minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
And then on Monday, I'm playing in the South Australian Veterans Sand Greens Championships at Hanley Bridge.
Hamley Bridge. Yep. And isn't that a funny thing? Sand greens. Do they actually paint the sand green?
No, but you can bet your bottom dollar he'll get a hole in one.
They mix.
We can
they
just dig a hole.
They mix sand with sump oil and turns
Really?
it black.
Are they allowed to do that still?
Well,
Yes.
are
You
they?
sure?
Does the EPA know about this?
Because I know,
You know,
back
well,
Darwin Race Club had to change what they used.
having
so they weren't
said
allowed to
that-
use sump oil
Having said
anymore.
that, I've only ever played sand greens once before, and that was about 5 or 6 years ago.
Righto.
So
Okay.
things might have changed since then.
Could have.
I don't know. All I know is that they give you a rake, and wherever your ball is, you scrape
scrape it,
to the flag,
Yeah.
and then you try and hit it like bloody hell, and hope that it gets to the hole.
Hit it like hell
That's
and hope
it.
it gets to the hole.
It's going to be fun.
You
It's a
remember,
lot of fun.
you remember years ago, the cockies, the farmers used to put sump oil down on their dirt road
Yes.
Absolutely.
to keep the dirt down.
Yeah.
But the EPA,
Oh,
the
they didn't
fun
like it.
police stopped it.
Yeah. Yeah. But now there's a chemical that you can
But
use,
that's
something
not
you
a
can use
huge
now.
amount anyway.
But we're not here to talk about that. We'll talk about that with Shane later. What we're going to talk about is golf.
I'll shut up then. Drew.
Yeah, shut up. We're going to talk golf because you had a bit of success a couple of weeks ago too. You won your class.
Who did?
You. The week that you weren't able to talk to us, you won your class.
Well, when you get down to Z grade, it's not hard. There's not that many players left down there,
It was C's, wasn't it?
I think they take into account age nowadays. It's got something to do with that, Trev. And,
Okay.
I've got another one coming up next Monday too.
Oh, have you? What's that noise in the background? Oh,
Motorbike.
that's the motorbike going by.
It's because the door's open.
Because I'm hearing birds in my headset and I'm going, what is going on? I should not be hearing birds in my headset. But then I thought, well, maybe Dave's got a screensaver on his computer here in the Visitor Information Centre in Barmera, by the way. But that's all right. You can leave the door open if you like. That's okay. That motorbike sounded good. Anyway, so you had a win and and that's good. Congratulations.
Thank you. And look,
And every win's important.
there was a huge win on last weekend with the Berry Open.
Yep.
It was an absolutely fabulous 2 days.
Was it really?
I can assure you that there was just over 130 players,
Yep.
which was a maximum field for a shotgun start on the Sunday,
Yes.
and got absolute rave reviews from the visitors about the course.
Yep.
I think there was something like 16 players came from the Vines down in Adelaide, and if you know anything about golf courses, one of the nicest golf courses in metropolitan Adelaide is the Vines.
Yes.
And the boys down there had a bit of a chat with them, and they said, look, book us in for next year and we'll probably bring a few mates with us as well.
It sounds good. That's half of the Riverland's going to the Vines next
But
week,
look,
next year. Now, what happened this week?
Results.
Yep.
The Ladies Open champion was Lynn Hood from Thaxted Park.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, that went to a playoff against Wendy Hockavar from Berry. And Wendy's got a crooked knee and she's waiting for an operation on her knee. So she did well to play
Yeah, very well.
37 holes
Mm.
and only got beaten on the last hole of the day. Well, the extra hole of the day.
Yep.
The ladies B grade net winner, she's going to hate me for saying this if she's listening, was Glenys Mack of Berry, who is over 80 years of age and beat her Thaxted opponent, who was a runner-up, Sonia Ackland, by 6 strokes
Wow. Yep.
to win the B grade.
Okay.
Wendy Hockavar won the net in the A grade, and she's another Berry girl beating a lass from West Lakes. So there was a lot of women came from outside the area.
Yeah, good.
Then we go to the men. Very, very interesting. The men's C grade Open champion was Eddie Day, who's a teenager from Berry. He beat Cooper Hawkes, who's about 15 or 16, a junior from Berry. And Cooper was the runner-up in the C-grade Berry Club Championship.
Okay, which was run
So he's
after
been
Cooper,
beaten twice.
Yeah. Okay.
But he won't mind because he's got a long way to go, young Cooper.
Yeah, right.
The men's B grade Open champion was James Murphy from Kooyonga. He beat Peter Trezise from Wollonga. They went to the 37th hole as well.
Oh, wow. So they had to keep playing.
Yep, had to keep playing.
Wow.
Lo and behold, the men's A grade net winner was Paul Eftermoo. Now, Paul's just got his Berry lad, just got his learners, so he must only be 16 or 17. Had a reasonable game on Saturday, but then had a 69 off the stick on Sunday.
Right.
69, like 2 under the course
Yeah.
CCR. That's how well he
That's
played.
pretty amazing. For a young fella, that's amazing, isn't it?
He beat a bloke from Murray Bridge, Matthew Calwald from Murray Bridge. And again, only beat him by 1 stroke. But in the A-grade championship was won by a bloke by the name of Josh Dash. Now, Josh comes to the Riverland fairly often playing. He's a Wollonga player. He won the A-grade championship with a score of 143 off the stick for the 2 days. So that would have been 71-72.
Yeah.
All right? Okay. Pretty tidy.
Pretty tidy, yeah.
And beat Lachlan Oakes from Kooyonga with 145, 2 strokes worse than that. But, do you know, I had a look at the final, the top 10 players in the gross championship for the 2 days. 8 of them were visitors.
There you go.
8 of them.
There you go.
So we were absolutely stoked as a club about the number of players who came from outside the area. And as I said, got rave reviews about the course.
Absolutely, they would. Yeah. All right.
That's the Open.
So what's coming up?
Next round of vets, we're down at Swan Reach on the Monday the 8th.
Your favourite place?
Absolutely love it because we put on free lunch down there for all the players.
Yeah.
And Rachel down there does a great job with the food. So we're down there on the 8th, and hopefully we'll get a crowd of about 40 down there. We normally get 45 to 50, but we're down a bit on numbers this year. You know, maybe a couple of us have got a bit older, you know, and don't travel as much. I don't know.
Travelling costs are up.
Yeah,
They really are.
but,
Fuel costs.
you know, that's all right. The other thing is our Par 3 Championship, Trev.
Yep.
You know all
coming
about
up.
that.
Oh, yeah, that's a big
The
one.
Make-A-Wish Par 3 Championship at Berry. We're in our 10th year this year,
Oh, wow.
and
Okay.
that's on Sunday the 25th of October.
Right. Yep.
And already we have organised all the prizes,
Oh, good.
and the nomination forms will be coming out. The nomination sheet will be coming out in about a week's time.
Yep. So Sue Worth's back on board to
Sue's
help
back
out.
on board.
Good on you. 5RM has still got their hands on it. Good.
5RM and Sue Worth, both our
Brilliant.
both our 2 major sponsors.
Yep.
And then the other one, the last event of the year of any note is the Barmera Spring Classic. That comes up on November the 7th, November the 8th. It's one of those events that attracts, again, a lot of visitors to the region.
Yes.
They get more visitors playing in it than they do locals.
Yep.
And if you don't get your name down real quick, you don't get a run on the Sunday, because Sunday's a shotgun start again, 130 players.
Yep.
So they might get 150, 160 on the Saturday, but then bad luck if you miss out on the Sunday. That's just too, you were just too late.
Yeah. You just missed out.
So golf just about running
Just about
its
done.
race. Oh, one other thing, I went down on Saturday while the Berry Open was on Saturday and Sunday. I went down on Saturday to Lamoureux.
Yes.
They've struggled a little bit over the last couple of years with numbers. They had about 50 down there on the Saturday. 27 holes. Bit hard for an old bastard like me to walk 27 holes, to be
27
perfectly
holes,
honest.
yeah, I reckon.
But I did it. And interestingly enough, you wouldn't know it, Tim Atsey from Pinaroo, he's already won 13 Pinaroo championships in a row. He won the Lamoureux championship, didn't he?
Yeah, of
and
course.
this is about his 5th or 6th. And then he won the Upper Mallee championship as well. on the same day.
He's just greedy.
He's a legend, absolute legend
That
in the
is
Mallee, this
amazing,
bloke,
isn't it?
Tim
Yeah.
Atsey.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's golf, mate. That's a wrap.
That is golf. That is a wrap. And we will talk to you next week. We need to keep touching base about the par 3 or
And
make a wish.
We might throw in a little wish that's coming up as well.
Okay, I thought something was coming up.
All
You
right.
did say a few weeks ago you had one in the line.
Yeah, well, one got done a month
really?
ago, 3
Okay.
weeks ago. We did
Yep.
one 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yep.
Now we've got one. It's not coming up to the new year, but it's been approved and the details are all available
Right,
and
okay.
be a lot of fun.
All right. No worries. We'll talk to you then. Thanks, Dallas. You go careful going to Adelaide because it is a silly drive at the moment going up to Adelaide. RFL, we are into the final series. Going to try and get hold of Les Lange before he goes out and does whatever Les Lange does on a Saturday because he does lots. He's a very busy boy. And we are down to the pointy end of the season, that is for sure. But we need to wrap up last weekend's final round, which was round 18, so that we can have a bit of an idea as to why we we're at where we're at. Les Lange, good morning.
Good morning, Trev, and how are you today? And Dave?
Mate, very well. Dave's actually got a client in the Visitor Information Centre, which is fabulous. I like it when people come in because that means they're here and looking forward to having a decent holiday sort of thing, I would imagine.
My oath. That's a positive. That's a positive.
It is a positive. There's no doubt about that. So we better wrap up last weekend's footy because it was a pretty big weekend, really, wasn't it?
Massive weekend, and look, Trev. It was what we expected. We knew it was going to be close, right? So yeah, it was a good way to finish the season off, Trevor.
Yeah, it was a good way to finish the season off. And let's have a bit of a look at it as I put the RFL logo up on our screen these days. Loxton North and Loxton. Man, you must have been cheering from the stands.
Well, mate, we had a very nasty incident, all part of the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna
there
ask
was
you about that
nothing in it. So that actually held the game up for like 26, 27 minutes.
Yep.
But then, because, so that threw the dampener on it. But, but it was unbelievable. The Loxton, it was a draw when the siren went, which would have enabled Loxton to go through.
Yes.
And then Jesse Will kicks a point. So a good 1 point win. We thought it was going to be under a goal, Trev.
We did.
Well done to the Tigers. They now go on again and play tomorrow, and unfortunately North just miss out on the finals. But that's just the way it goes, Trev.
It is. That's how the cookie crumbles, so they used to say back in the dim dark ages. Berry and Renmark, I tell you what, I was surprised that Renmark got a 24-point win over Berry. It really was.
Yeah, didn't I pick Renmark, Trev?
Yeah, you did actually. Yes.
I'm pretty sure I did,
You did, I know
but
you
I
did.
believe Berry didn't rest too many. But I just don't think Renmark were off the pace all year. I couldn't understand why they never won more games. So it was a good win.
Yes.
It's probably going to hurt Loxton a bit for tomorrow because Berry's going to come out full guns blazing now.
Yeah.
But, well done to the Renmark Rovers to finish the season off on a win.
That's for sure. And Barnwell Monash and Waikerie, I think we all went Barnwell Monash and Waikerie came to play, didn't they?
They came to play all right, and
Wow.
they flexed their muscles and the Derby, so they've had a sensational season.
Yes.
Both clubs have they, but Waikerie really have had a great year, so well done to them. And jeepers, today's game at Lakeside's going to be an absolute beauty.
Oh, mate, it's going to be a killer. Let's go to that game, shall we? The Waikerie Barnwell Monash qualifying final. Look, I've put my hand up and said Barnwell Monash after last weekend, but it is, and it's being played here at Barmera as well.
And I'm down here, Trev. It's the most perfect conditions for football.
Yeah.
There'll be no excuses. We're in for a big day. Look, people come out and watch. We've got netball over the back as well.
Yes.
And look, it's going to be an absolute beauty. Now, my boy will be going for Waikerie today, I think.
Right.
They're travelling really well. And again, it's not going to be a massive game. Like as in points wise, it's going to be under a 2-goal win, I reckon. But I'm just picking Waikerie just to win in a close one, Trev.
All right, so I've gone Barnwell Monash publicly, so I'll stick with it. And the Berry-Loxton game, this one's being played tomorrow. This is where we start getting our Sunday games. I know you're going to have to say Loxton, aren't you? Because I'm sticking with Berry. Being played at Waikerie too.
Well, it's hard for me to pick Loxton when I picked Berry to win the flag, but Loxton do have a few in. Shea's going to play, so they got a few in. They lose Hudson Point. Yeah, he's all right to go, but Brownie's out, so
okay.
So yeah. But look, really, my heart says Loxton, but my head says Berry. I'm still picking that Berry will go through. I'm hoping Loxton. I am hoping Loxton win, but I just lean towards Berry, very, and another good one as well. Like the whole season's been close and good, so I'm going to pick. No, I'm going to go Loxton, buddy. I'll go Loxton.
You talked yourself around it.
Oh, mate, it's hard, though.
Mate, it is hard. It's been hard all year to make these selections, and I don't know where I'm sitting on the selections, to be honest, because I haven't seen a game plan all year. So if anybody can tell me where I'm sitting, it'd be really good. I never get to see a game plan anymore, because I never get to the game. You see?
No, right. You got too busy.
No, well, I never used to see him when I was at the other shop in the other studio either. So
no. Now, but at the moment here down here, it's perfect conditions.
Yeah.
Loxton won the junior colt, the under-13s to go straight in.
Yes.
Won very comfortably. At the moment in the under-15s, it's into the second quarter. Loxton 3-2 to Renmark 2-2. So it's a beautiful, cracking game, and I believe Renmark are having a shot on goal actually as we speak.
Oh.
So this could level the scores, Trev. But look, we're going to have a fantastic weekend of football. So people get down and watch. Yeah, the Renmark laddies kicked it. So the scores are tied at the moment here for the under-15s, Trev.
There we go. So you're getting it live here on the Pulse. Mate, have yourself a great day. Well, just quickly, the lad who got injured last weekend, is he okay?
He fractured his L1 and L2.
Right.
So we was very well under the trainers for not moving him.
Yes.
So he's in the Royal Adelaide Hospital. He was during the week. They flew him down there from Berry on Tuesday. He's in good spirits. Yep. He's only 18. He was he flew for a ball and just landed awkwardly. So, just one of those football things. So, he's going along okay. So his bigger brother, who's smaller than him, will be up tomorrow to play. So we'll be able to touch base more on Hudson.
Oh, yes.
And, but also quickly, Nev, Trev, good win by the A1 Loxton girls.
Absolutely.
Over North last night. And then North will play, Berry next week?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be in for a big season, big finals for netball next week too. And in the A2s, I think... who won that one, Trev?
Berry.
I don't know who won. Berry won that one. So then Loxton will play probably Barmer. We wouldn't think in the A2s, I think. So
yeah.
So went for a big weekend of sport again, Trev.
Mate, it's always a big weekend of sport. I guess you'll be going to the game tomorrow.
Yeah, I have to be, don't I? So I don't have a choice. And like our old mate say, what does our old mate say? The old Charlie back in the day.
Have a good weekend of sport and have good sport all weekend.
All weekend for sure. So it's listeners and spectators out there, watch what you say over the fence. We know it's finals, but everyone's giving it a fair crack.
That's the one. That's the one, mate. Go and enjoy. Talk to you during the week.
Okay, mate. All the best.
Thanks, pal. Take care. Les Lange with a good look at the RFL, of course, end of season and now into finals. And, well, he did say that he was going to pick Berry to win tomorrow, but he's changed.
What did he say was going on down here today?
There's a game of footy.
Yes, I realise that, Trev.
You're all over, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Up and down like a dunny.
No, there's this kicking goals and stuff.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I'm trying to work out where we're going. Who's going to win down here today?
Barmer.
What did he say? He says he thinks Wakery.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've gone Barmer, and tomorrow he thinks Loxton over Berry. So we've gone opposites. Look, he's possibly correct with today. I hope not, but
we've got to be positive.
Yeah, well, I think he remembered halfway through our chat that his son is playing tomorrow, so I think he had to change it, otherwise he's going to be in trouble at home.
Yes. Okay.
It's all good. Got to love your footy and love your sport here in the Riverland. Now, what are you up to?
Oh, I've just got some customers wandering around.
I mean, that's good to see.
Yes. Yeah,
That's
well,
good to see.
Isn't it amazing what happens when they turn the tap off?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Makes a big difference.
Well, it's been wonderful weather.
Oh, it's beautiful, especially now my grass is flattened and it's all yellow and yucky.
You and your high grade weed killer.
Yeah, my what's it called? Napalm.
Oh, don't say that because people will think you're being serious.
No, of course not.
You're on the pulse. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got Carrie Skilton online, ready to talk some soccer. How you doing, Carrie?
Good. How are you today?
Mate, boom along. Have a look at this cracker day that we've got, will you?
So nice sitting out in the sun watching the footy.
Are you down at Barmer, are you?
Yes.
Yeah. Just enjoying it?
Yeah, just enjoying it. My lad has to play tomorrow, so there's a few players out for soccer tomorrow, I'm thinking.
Is there? Yeah, probably would be too. And that's a fairly standard thing this time of the year.
Yeah, dual sport players, they have to pick which one they want to go to.
Yeah, they do. But to be honest, this is an important time of the year. So
yeah,
they need
to make finals. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and finals are very important. So what happened last weekend in the soccer?
Few games, just a standard mix of a Sunday.
Fully prepared as usual, Carrie Skilton.
Yeah. We did have a bye with the Berry. Unfortunately, couldn't make enough numbers,
Oh,
so
really?
they did forfeit for a game. So we were a game short. In the women's, we did see Renmark just pip Loxton off the top post.
Yes.
They were holding off for premiership points. So now they've got one more game for Renmark to see if they actually win by points and not just goal difference.
Right, okay.
And that's for the women's, yeah.
And so it's pretty much done, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. It's all decided. We've got our premiership dinner coming up soon. We're going to be announcing that during the week.
Yes.
And then our top 4 cup starts. I think we have a week off and then top 4 cup.
Normally you have a week off and then it's into the top 4. Yep.
Yeah, good fun.
All right. Well, you enjoy your day at the footy, all right? And get plenty of
will do.
sun because it's a glorious day out there.
And we're all out at Barmer tomorrow too, so kicking off in the same area, so it'll be nice out here. Yeah.
So you'll be
sun.
you'll be at the Bruce Oval tomorrow.
Correct.
Yep. No worries. All right.
With the under 10s carnival.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. Okay.
Look at me with all the information.
Look at you. Look at you. How many masters you sold this week?
Too many to count.
That's what I like to hear. Carrie, talk to you soon, Dale. Be good.
See you, Trev.
See
Bye.
you. She has multiple roles around the Riverland. That young lady does a great job of it all. Now, where do we need to go? We need to go to Linton Barrett because there is a fair bit going on in the world of footy. And I think you might find that there's some surprises coming our way. So we'll try and get hold of Linton and find out what those surprises might actually be. Go. We're calling. Everything is calling. Go to there. Linton Barrett's with us. How you doing, Linton? Hello, Linton. Hello, Linton. Oh, our phone's decided it wants to play up yet again. Okie dokie, we'll try that one again. With the River Murray Football League, got Jervois and Manham today in the qualifying final. And we have the Imperials and Southern Valley Suns that are going to be going into battle. Linton Barrett, are you there? Okay. That's not going well, is it? Bad.
You're listening to On the Pulse with Trev and Dave.
Yes, you are, and Dave's been very busy, that is for sure. You've had a lot of people come in today.
I've had a lot, actually. I've sold a few things.
Have you really? What have you sold?
I might get my dollar pay.
You're a volunteer, you don't get a dollar pay.
It's 50 cents.
Mate, you are a volunteer, you don't get a pay.
I know.
All right?
I'm used to that.
Okay. Look, Linton Barrett, I can't get hold of him on the phone. It kept going to an answering machine.
Whose problem is that? Is it Linton's end or is it our end?
I'm not sure because I've had trouble getting through to a few people. So,
did you pay the bill?
I've got everything. Yes, yesterday. Bloody fortune
Very
on a
important.
pension. That's hard.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Talking about pensions, got nothing to do with it. Let's go to Mark Worsfold because they're into finals as well out there in the Murray Valley Football and Netball League. And last week it was a big win to Wonka. How you doing, Mark?
Good. How are you, Trev?
Mate, not bad. You must be pretty puffed with what happened last week because we thought Murrayville were going to give you a bit of a hard time, but a 30-point win over Murrayville out at the past there at Ramco was a pretty good win.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. No, really good game, that one. Yeah, plenty of play up and down the ground, kick mark and really good movement across the whole game.
Yeah,
just looked like Wonka were wanting a bit more than what Murray. It was good game and Wonka be able to get over the top.
Yep, yeah, no, well played indeed. The other game was Brownswell and Paringa. I'm surprised that I honestly thought it was going to be a much closer game. Paringa coming out winners, 4-12-36 to Brownswell's 1-9-15. So a 21-point win to Paringa, again played at the Ramco Oval.
Yeah, that's it. This one here was, it was a lot more pressure in the game. A bit more scrappy. I think both teams were putting a lot of pressure on the ball carrier. It seemed to go down to a contest, knock down to the ground, and then go from there. Wasn't as free flowing as the game before, but definitely the top two teams bringing the pressure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And you can see that in Paringa's scoreline, kicking so many points. They would just had the ball up in their forward 50 quite a lot and just taking any opportunity trying to score. And, in the end, they managed to be able to get those points and some goals on the board. And, Brownswell struggled down the other end. Yeah,
they certainly did. So a great game. Let's have a look at today because we are really getting down to the pointy end now. The preliminary final, Brownswell and your little doggies.
Yeah, that's it. This game's going to be interesting. I know we say it every week. Every time they come against each other, it's a crosstown rival sort of thing, and bringing it into a final. There's been a few of those in the last few years, which is quite exciting to see them go head-to-head with each other. Brownswell, they'll want to bounce back, that's for sure, after not being able to put the score on the board last week, struggling in their forwards, kicking over David Hankins' head and out of his feet. So this week, I'm sure in training, that would have been their key focus. And for Wonka boys, they copped a couple injuries, an ACL, broken hand, and an ankle in a costly win to get them through. So. They'll be a little bit undermanned compared to last week's team, but if they play the same way they did last week, I think they should be able to get over the line. Yeah, okay.
Well, good luck today because it is a very important game. And then going into next week, if you get through, you got to take on Paringa in a grand final and Paringa with a home advantage. It's going to be a big day, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. It's good to see the finals ramping up through the year. We've had obviously some big blowouts and some really interesting games. But, come finals, the good teams are there and thereabouts. So it's going to be exciting to see. Plenty of netball to be played as well. There was a game last week that went into third or fourth overtime in the B grade in an elimination. So that's exciting for those girls. I think watched the end of that, and they're all down on their hunches, absolutely buggered.
Yeah.
Putting everything out on the park just to play some netball and get through to the next week, and it was that close.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really exciting. The environment around was awesome.
It would have been fantastic. And, of course, people remember these girls play outside on bitumen courts. They don't have the indoor nice little smooth courts to play on. So, yeah, hats off to those ladies. It is amazing. Now, medal count. That'll be tomorrow?
Yep, tomorrow around lunchtime at the Loxton Hotel.
Yep. So people get along and support that?
Yeah, that should be good. We'll have obviously the two netball and then into the football count for the Duffy medal. So
no worries.
Quite exciting, and see who comes out with the medal.
Yep, most definitely, mate. Thanks for your time. Good luck today. I wish you all the very best so that you can go into a grand final next weekend against Paringa at Paringa. Good on you, buddy. Take care, Mark.
No worries. Catch up.
See you, buddy. A great guy indeed. And I'll tell you what, they got a big ask today, but after a win last week, I think they will probably be.
They got a big ask.
In with a big ask.
Oh,
it's a big ask. You've been watching so much smart. It's starting to rub off on you.
No, but you said also somebody would have been puffed. Well, the word is chuffed.
Chuffed is what I meant.
Yeah.
Well, every now and again I get it wrong.
Yeah, well, I'm the grammar Nazi, you know that.
Are you ever?
Could start with a few of the councillors. Anyway.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's nasty.
Well, that's what happens when you're brought up by my mother, because she was a bigger Nazi than I was. I tell you.
Yeah, really.
Oh, she was a week before she died. She said, "What did you say, David?"
Let's face it, she was an English teacher, wasn't she?
Well, she just
she taught you some good things.
Absolutely, I learned a lot more after I left school than when I was there. I was far too busy being social butterfly at school.
Yeah, I know.
Parents and teacher nights suggested to my parents that if there were a subject called social activities, that I'd be dux of the school. Yeah. You see, I was always through there.
You were always getting in.
If there was a play, I was organising it. If there was a formal, I was organising it. And I fell through a couple of ceilings as well.
Did you fall through ceilings?
You go through too much with that. Dad had to pay for them.
I get out.
No, true.
Okay, all right. Hey, we forgot to tell people exactly what we're doing today as well.
Absolutely.
We will be catching up with...
We're catching up with Hallett.
Hallett
Shuard.
Hallett Shuard.
Rosemary sent me a small book on Hallett's life. I think everything from the time he had his first nappy as soon as he was born.
Yes.
I've crossed that out.
Not quite that bad.
Well, sort of. Anyway, you can see, look, I've vetted it. Looks like a doily now, really, doesn't it?
Does actually.
By the time
looks like you've written on the back of a...
That's both sides, you see.
Yeah, I know.
I've done it in poo brown.
Yeah, it's orange.
Oh, is that what it is?
It is orange.
It's a Trump colour.
It's a Trump colour, exactly right.
It's Donald Trump's face.
Well, yes, we're also going to catch up with Spotty shortly, and Anne Menzel's going to pop in, we hope, depending on what happens with the hockey games at Wakery. So her mum actually moved here and started hockey. It's a great story.
To the Riverland.
In the Riverland, yeah. Okay. And she's 100 years of age.
Is that right?
Yeah, and she doesn't want to talk, but I did get a chance to chat with her last weekend at the 50-year celebration for Berry Hockey, and she's an amazing lady. So we will be catching up with Anne Menzel a little bit later on today.
Wasn't there a race car driver with the surname of Menzel?
Oh, well, it could have been. Yeah,
I reckon it was Rolly Park.
Yeah, there was. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if they're related or not.
No.
I don't know if they're related because I do know that Menzel family. They're actually down in Sedan way.
Okay.
That way, somewhere. Over that end of South Australia somewhere. But anyway.
Roger 10-4.
Roger 10-4, yeah. So should I try Linton again? Because Linton's probably on the road as well.
Well, it could be, but, mobile phones, we have those things these days, and they connect to your radio.
Yeah, they do,
unless,
but if you're out of range...
Yeah, but Linton could be driving a Zeta too, I suppose, couldn't he?
A what?
A Zeta.
I doubt it. Oh, he'd be going to Karoonda, so...
Remember the old Zeta?
I do remember the old Zeta.
Light-burn Zeta. When you put it in reverse, it turned the whole engine around.
It did. It actually
Turned the engine around. And the minute you started them with a
Stupid idea.
cloud of smoke, it was just unbelievable.
What a ridiculous idea.
Yeah, it was, but it was probably like on the twin tub they used to make, Lightburn.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought of that.
No, it looks like
he's on
he's
his
out of it.
answering
So
box.
we'll have a quick look at it ourselves here because it is qualifying final today.
Yep.
Oh, no, well, he probably is. He's probably going down to Le Mesurier. He may not be going anywhere because he's not playing until tomorrow. So Jervois and Manham are in action today. I'm going to tip Jervois there. And Imps take on Southern Mallee, which is the Suns, and they will be at Karoonda.
Another inference to cars. Hillman Imp.
Yes, the Hillman. Oh, my dad was a dealer for Hillman Imp.
Aren't they
Enterprise Motor, weren't they?
shocking things.
The biggest waste of time and effort that you could
Wouldn't
ever
pull
just.
your grandmother off a slippery dunny seat.
They were a shocking motor car.
Yeah.
The Hillman Imp. They couldn't get up hills. And they never hardly
People
rolled
used
down
them in
either.
rallies.
They did, but not me.
Strange motor car.
So, yeah, if you want to see some footy tomorrow at Karoonda, Imps take on the Suns. Don't like their chances there against the Imps. And Jervois and Manham today at Le Mesurier Oval near Murray Bridge there. So that is the Murray Valley Football League. Quick look at last weekend's results because it was round 18. Southern Mallee were better than Tailem Bend by 46 points. Mallee Districts went down to Manham as we expected, 69-point difference there. And Jervois and Maipo. Jervois absolutely annihilated Maipo by 95 points. And the Cats went on their winning way over the Imps, a 36-point win there. So there it is, and we are now into the finals. David?
We are. Don't forget, folks, subscribe, like, comment about anything to
Please
do with this program. We don't care. It can be something disgusting.
Oh, don't be too nasty.
Why?
Sure.
Haven't you put your coat of oil on your back this morning?
Yes, I have.
So that the comments fly off.
Yes, I have.
Dear, oh dear. Oh, it doesn't worry me. I don't care.
Nothing worries, David.
No, it doesn't.
Nothing at all.
But anyway, yeah, folks. So there you go. That's very important that we get more subscribers. I think we've got 2. But I think we need more than 2.
No, we're doing better than that, but we do need a lot more.
Yeah, we need an arrow from, those little arrows you get from YouTube.
I've got one.
No, but I think we need one that, you get one that goes on the wall after you get 100,000, but I think that's pushing, uphill.
I think it's pushing a lot of stuff uphill. So, yeah, I think it is.
Oh, dear. And Trev, I have to tell everyone, Trev has his new little camera here now.
I'm trying to get you in it.
I've ordered one of these as well.
Trying to get you into it.
Well, we'll bring 2 in next week. Hopefully mine might be here,
I'm
but I
running
think
out of
mine's coming
places
from Nepal.
I'm running out of places to plug it. That's the problem.
Are you? Can we get a double adapter?
Well, I'm going to have to check that out because I had a double adapter at home and I couldn't make it work.
Okay.
And I don't have a lot of outlets.
I'll have to
on
go
this
down and see Nev,
little computer.
my mate at Barmera Electronics. And folks, if you're looking for a new phone, doesn't matter who you go with, whether it's Optus, Telstra, whatever, Nev can handle the whole lot down
Bloody
there.
can.
And he's got all sorts of electronic bits and pieces down there. We get all our little, we need an adapter, Nev. I just happen to have one of those.
Yeah, so it's got to be able to go in. So we go, the 2 cameras go through, and I don't know if it's possible. But anyway, we'll give it a blast.
We'll give it a blast. But he's been there 27 or 8 years or something. You
Well, he's been
realise
there a
that?
long time.
Been
Yeah,
there for ages.
knows his stuff. That's for sure.
So Barmera Electronics, folks, go down and see Nev. Tell
go
him
and see
we
him.
sent you, and he'll lock the door on you. Every time I walk in, he says,
What do you want now?
What have you got that's obscure today?
Yeah, because you're not asking anything simple.
No, of course not.
It's always a problem.
No, but I like going in there, tinkering around all these bits and pieces.
Fair enough. All right, I'm gonna. Where are we? 10:52. So we might just give Swatty a ring.
Have we had a break yet?
We had a little break. Yep.
I mean, a decent song, not just funeral music that you were playing just a while ago.
Oh, come on.
Well, it was. It was funeral music. Don't you agree, folks? They probably skipped past that bit.
Probably did. Probably skip past that. That was because we could not get our phone calls to go through.
Well, yeah.
So,
But it can't be your bill because you've paid that, as you said.
well, it's working with others.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that we've got Grant Schwarzkopf now. How you doing, Spotty?
I'm good. How are you?
Not
Hi,
bad.
he's there. Good morning, Grant.
Good morning. How are you, Dave?
I'm okay.
Mate, we're doing all right, actually. We're getting through things nicely at the moment, so everything's
Probably a bit to
happening.
do today too.
There is a little bit to do, but yeah, there's a fair bit on.
There's a fair bit on. That's right.
I haven't been able to get hold of Linton Barrett, which is a shame, and it is finals out there as well for the
Out of Brownswell, I'm not sure what the service would be like out there.
yeah.
I reckon a few years ago I was out there and I struggled for service.
Yeah, now I don't know where he is, so anyway, it doesn't matter. You've been putting your lens around a bit. Hey, what about that new cafe in Glossop? How good is that?
Yeah, that looked spectacular. They've done such a great job there. Honestly, it's a credit to everyone involved for sure.
Yep.
And I think they're open Monday to Friday. At this stage, it's only Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 3 or 3:30.
That's probably enough.
I think they will plan to open on weekends apparently sometime in the future. But
Okay.
look, they had kangaroo sausages and kangaroo steaks, and the scones were incredible. Honestly, and the crowd, I've never seen such a crowd in Glossop. Honestly, it was just
Really?
packed. Yeah, it was really good, and everyone was really impressed.
Yep.
With the crowd, but also with the way it all went through. Yeah, really, really well done.
This is the official opening you're talking about here, Grant.
Yeah,
Yeah, so,
Well,
honeymoon period. I mean, I wonder what will happen in 2 or 3 weeks' time. I'm
hoping that people will support it. They're hoping that there'll be traffic coming from obviously Barmera workers going to Berry that will stop off 7:30 in the morning for a coffee.
Sure.
Grab something to eat on the way home. So I'm really hoping that it does well for them because they've put a lot of effort into it.
Yes.
And they're really trying hard. So I'm hoping that it's a success for them for sure.
I'm sure it will be, and a lot of people go. Now, you put a photo up of a young lady doing the dancing, and that was, I can't remember her name, but she's very good. Vanessa, that's it.
Yep.
Very good, isn't she? I bet that performance was worth watching.
It was really good. Yeah, they should be going to do 2 dances, but then I think they had technical problems with the second one, so she only ended up doing one. But it was really good, really interesting, and the crowd just sat and stood and just watched in awe. Really good. And apparently she wants to start up a dance group for Indigenous people. I believe it's for Indigenous, but I could be wrong there.
Mm-hmm.
But she certainly wants to start a dance group so that she can teach what she knows. So
Excellent.
that would be something to look forward to.
Yeah, that would be worthwhile. Yeah, terrific stuff.
For sure.
All right, so where else have you been over the last week or so?
Oh, I can't remember what I've done over the week.
I know.
I lose track of what day it is even. I know today's Saturday. I'm at Barmera for the footy.
Of course you are.
That's the one saving grace with the finals is that I can get to an oval, park the car, and stay there.
Yeah.
I don't have to work out now. I've got to leave here at such and such a time to get to the next game.
That's right. That's your cheapest day of the year.
It really is, actually. Yes, a drive from Paringa to Barmera and that's it, and home again.
Yeah, right. Yep. Fair enough. So
that's all right.
It's, what's going to happen today, do you reckon? What's going to happen there?
Oh, the A grade, I think that's going to be an absolute ripper. It could be a draw. Honestly.
Oh, well, I don't think it can be a draw, can it?
Well, no, it can't actually be a draw. It'll be extra time,
Yeah, I think they have to go to extra time.
I don't know. I've got a leaning towards Wakery. I've seen Wakery over the last few weeks, and they seem to know how to win.
They do.
They even under pressure, they just push through and just know how to win. So it's going to be close, though. Honestly, I can't see one side blowing the game away.
No, not at all.
No.
I think it's going to be just another one of those very interesting days.
It will be.
What about tomorrow? You're going to go down to the Wakery Football Club?
Yes, I'll duck down to Wakery, and I'm actually thinking Berry are going to win.
That's what I've done.
Dependent on their injuries. If they've got injuries, then I don't know their depth is all that good.
Yeah. So,
and having said that, I don't know that Loxton's depth is
brilliant either. So
No, exactly.
I'm sort of thinking a very, very fairy tale will continue tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I've tipped that as well. So I've gone Barmera today and Berry for tomorrow. So
Okay.
just keeping
We'll
well to
see.
my
Yeah.
roots at the moment.
And finals, the games are different again.
They're totally different games. You can't judge what's happened throughout the season as to
No,
what's going to happen today.
what's happened, exactly right. The season's got no bearing on it at all.
No, not really, except for the injury-wise.
Yes, yeah, and that sometimes that can make or break a team, can't it?
Yeah.
Coming into finals, that they get a couple of bad injuries just before the finals, and it puts a dent in the chances.
Yeah, it does. Yep. So we'll wait.
That's all right.
We'll wait and see this afternoon.
Yep.
We'll get a bit of an idea, and then tomorrow
Yeah,
I'll be away, which is a shame.
Okay, now I've got to tell you, the netball last night was really good. Four good games.
Yeah, I know.
Not 1 or 2 goal differences, but they were all really good, hard fought games.
Mm-hmm.
The Loxton beat Loxton North, obviously, and I would have thought that they were going to do that. I think Loxton are the team for this year. And the Barmera Berry game, well, Berry jumped out to a big lead, and I thought, well, this is going to be a blowout. And Barmera just kept coming and coming and coming, and actually hit the lead, I think, with about 3 or 4 minutes to go in the last quarter.
Yeah.
And I thought, whoa, Barmera going to sneak home here, but Berry just settled, kicked, scored a couple of goals, and ended up winning by 6, I think. But they were all great games. Even the A2 games were brilliant to watch.
Right.
Yep.
Well, there it
really
is.
good.
Yep, a couple of big games. Yeah, I didn't get out last night.
I did look for you.
Yeah, well, I went and got some dinner from Lefty and then sort of settled in.
I reckon you've had a big week with your van too, I reckon.
The week's been crazy. It really has. The van has been very busy. A little bit quiet.
Good.
Yeah, a little bit quiet yesterday, but it was okay down here, the lakefront. But
I think Kieran came through after work. He comes through at some stage, and he said you were down there. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were there in our normal Friday spot.
Yep.
And,
that's good.
And it's an opportunity for Dave and I just to sit there and look over the lake and discuss what we're going to do.
What a perfect place to do that.
We just sit there and just talk absolute crap.
We do exactly that.
I cannot believe that.
You can't argue with that, Grant, can you?
I would think you'd be solving the problems of the world, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we do. Well, the first 5 minutes, then we talk crap.
Yeah, then you're right.
Yeah,
we certainly try to solve them, but you know what?
Yeah. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, we're doing a fantastic job. Have a look at the weather we've organised for the final weekend.
I know. Can you imagine it?
Oh,
what a day this has turned out to be.
Yeah, you couldn't have asked for it. You wouldn't have thought a week ago we're going to have a day like this.
Well, 26 Tuesday.
I know. I was telling my mum this morning and she couldn't believe me. She said, no, it won't be 26. And I said, yeah, it's for the forecast. So
And
there we go.
When are the Bureau ever wrong?
Of course. They're never wrong, are they?
No, never wrong at all. No.
Precisely right.
Yeah, all right. No, you go and point your lens where you should or shouldn't, and we will catch up with you real soon.
Will do. I might catch you during the week.
Thanks, Grant. Take care, buddy.
Okay, have a great day.
You too.
See ya.
Grant Schwarzkopf there, the world's greatest photographer, especially when it comes to sport photography. Nobody does it better than he does. Absolutely.
I noticed you got. There we are. We're both in it now.
You're there now.
Yeah, but I am just very pleased to see Digby is still there.
Digby's there because he likes hanging around Lake Bonnie.
Yeah, well, he does.
So he's there.
He loves the lake. When I drive back along the lakefront, I always say, would you want to go along the beach?
And he always says something.
He always says yes.
He always answers you, of course.
Yeah, he loves having his window down and the air in his ears and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, he's a very friendly little dog.
What's that up on the screen now that flashes up?
That's telling people to subscribe.
Oh, is that? Oh, good. Yeah, subscribe, people.
That comes up.
Look at that.
So that
automatically every now and again?
Every now and again when I push the right button. It goes up. There is a way of setting it up to happen automatically, but it was beyond me last night.
Beyond you?
Beyond me.
Okay.
Well, I got that working.
Yeah. No,
but you don't like to sit in front of it.
No, I'll have.
Do you want light?
Camera. Huh?
You want light?
Like?
You want light? Why?
I want likes to come.
Oh,
up on
likes. I thought you said you want light. So I've got a light at home. I can put around it if you want.
that. No, I'd be puffed if you did that.
Oh, let me play scratches, will you?
Why don't you play some music?
I'm going to play
some mucus.
mucus. Oh, God.
Turn it up, don't turn it off. Turn me round, put me in my place. From there, I can see it all. So beautiful. The world is turning fast. Got too many plans. But your eyes found mine, and I said, there's a record spinning in my mind. With scratches on my B-side. You're a record spinning in my mind. And drop the needle down and dance me to the other side. And from there we can fly into the 80s, Brooklyn to LA. Our hands in the air, our hands in the air. There's a record spinning in my mind. With scratches on my B-side. You're a record spinning in my mind. There's a record spinning in my mind. With scratches on my B-side. You're a record spinning in my mind. Record spinning in my mind. Spinning in my mind. Record spinning in my mind. Spinning in my mind. Spinning in my mind.
You're on the pulse with Trevor and Dave. Dave's out taking the dog for a walk. Shane Phillips is around the place, though. How you doing, Shane?
I'm excellent, Trevor. And how about yourself today?
Mate, booming along, having a great time. Look at this weather. Did you order this?
Oh, no, but it's not bad. It's good for watching football, not so great for playing it, I wouldn't have thought today.
I
They're
wouldn't think
big-sized
so.
bodies.
No, it wouldn't be too good for those. But Shane, from Biocentral Laboratories, you've got a few things coming up. You've got to talk cherries and also chill, I'm told.
Yeah, well, they want to have a bit of a synopsis of how the season has gone in terms of temperature. And I think, when you get this feedback out of the Met Bureau or through the media,
Yeah.
sometimes it may not be actually true for your region. And they've all been saying how hot it is, and it might be, not a big snowmelt, but that doesn't mean it's actually been hot.
Well, I haven't felt it hot at all until today.
Well, and this is normal for this time of year. This is not unusual weather
No.
to get low 20s in August. In fact, the fact that we didn't have any low 20s towards the end of July is unusual. Like, we had a really mild July right through the first 3 weeks of August,
Yep.
which dragged the season on, which was good, because it was late starting. So it took a long time till towards the end of May to start getting cold.
Yes.
And we had a very unseasonal burst of cold weather right through July, the first 2 or 3 weeks of April, which should mean most crops are pretty safe in the Riverland. Like almonds should pollinate well, cherries will be fine, apricots will be fine.
Well, the
apples
almonds are
will be
looking
fine.
pretty good. Almonds are looking pretty good. I went for a drive out yesterday, and there's some pretty nice looking blossoms out already.
Oh, and that's all come out of the weather being cold, that the varieties that would have burst didn't have enough heat to get them going and allowed the later ones to all even up. So it should be a really good season for cross-pollination.
Yeah, sounds like it's going to be a ripper. Now, you've got an online thing coming up that people can actually log into, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got one on. Yeah, we've got one in a fortnight's time, I think.
Yeah,
where people can we're just having a bit of a chat and a debrief of what's happened climatically over the season, and also the importance of why you've got to record weather in your own area, because you can't rely on these general comments, because the decisions you may make may not be relevant to the general comments being made. So the importance of measuring on your own place is important. And we've got a cherry symposium on Tuesday or Wednesday, wherever it is. It's too far ahead for me at the moment. And
well, please make sure we get the cherries right, because we need them for Christmas.
Oh, they're very tasty. And some of the varieties, I do like the really darker. I don't like the bright red ones. I like the really almost the black red cherries.
Yep.
Because I find them really good. But cherries are pretty
the
nice
darker
anyway.
the better. The darker the better. You're right.
Absolutely. And really that real rich, intense flavour of the cherry is pretty handy.
It is. It's amazing. You know, Dave was just about to say hello, but he's got some visitors that are coming to the Visitor Information Centre, which is, why we're here. I love my cherries. I like nipping away at cherries, and of course I haven't tried that cherry wine as yet. So that's a couple of bits of information that people can find out all about that on the website for BioCentral Laboratories. The other thing I want to ask you about, and I've got a mate who's got a worm farm and he does worm juice, right? And I'm going to ask you to come along and have a look at it one day. He's doing an absolutely great job on Zante Road in Berry. Is worm juice a good thing for our gardens? Does it make a big difference? Because it seems to.
Oh, absolutely. All of those things, because you've got a lot of the dead material that goes through worms and whatever. And worms are very high in protein.
Right.
So, no, not just like I assume, but if you were tempted to eat them, they're a high protein food source.
Well, I'm not going to start eating them.
No, they don't appeal to me either, but they're very good. And all of those animals, because they're so good at digesting and eating raw materials, even the worm waste, which is just, when they're watering it, they collect all the filtrate that goes through the beds.
Okay.
And even the worm compost is very good.
All right. So Riverland Backyard Worms it is, and they've come up with this, I think, a very interesting concept. They're calling it a worm halo, and it's hessian bags, and they put worm castings in the hessian bags, roll it up, or hessian material, roll it up, and then put a little irrigation thing around the top of the hessian bags, and then the nutrients get washed down into the soil.
Oh, and then they just keep topping up the food for the worms in the hessian bag.
Yeah. Oh, no. The worms aren't in there. No, that's the castings from the worms.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're running the water through the hessian bag into the soil, and it gets supposedly down in deep and gets under the roots, and then he's got a picture of a mandarin tree that he's done it to. The mandarins will bloom.
Oh, and I think too, even if people bought those bags and they kept feeding them, there'd be enough eggs and worms that have got through the system that those worms would still keep breeding as long as you keep feeding them and keep them damp, because they don't like being dried out too much.
Oh, no.
You'd have your own, and then eventually the hessian bag would rot and fall apart. But in the short term, you'd have a lot of worms out of that as a source.
There you go. So you might get 6 months worth of worms out of it, or more.
Well, as long as you can keep your garden,
so you keep it moist.
And the ground's good.
Yeah. So you keep it moist. How would you feed them though?
Well, they'll eat anything. They'll pretty well eat anything. Coffee grounds are apparently almost one of the favourite foods for worms.
He gets a lot of coffee grounds from the Berry Hotel.
So they like that. Almond meal, almond husks and stuff like that, they're very good with.
Okay. How about eggshells?
I think you'd have to have them grind up though.
Yeah, he must be grinding them up, because we everything that Pat has left over, like from chopping up veggies and everything, right, all goes around to the worm farm now, and so we don't have any green waste now to dispose
Oh, my
of.
goodness.
It all goes to the worm farm.
How big is it? Mate, you must have a fair size that he's doing.
Mate, I'm going to call you during the week and see if we can get you to come around and have a look, because it is impressive what he's done there in this little place in Zante Road. He's had Purser in. He's got Tony Passon coming in a couple of weeks' time to have a bit of a look around. It's very impressive what he's doing. It really is.
I think these are the stories of what people are doing in the Riverland that are really exciting to portray, that people who are just having a go and doing something that's really different.
Yep.
It's really, and I was talking to a bloke yesterday, he was going to the post. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm posting caper leaves for restaurants in Sydney.
I never thought about that. We have that many caper leaves, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and it was posted, they did a thing for one of the gourmet restaurants, and he now picks the shoots of the caper bush and brines it. He's got a technique for doing it.
Yeah.
And they get posted to all these restaurants in Sydney, and it's just taken off. I said, that is fantastic what these small businesses are doing in niches.
I've got a caper tree at home. We can't use enough leaves. They're just
these
keep
are capers.
growing.
You know, these are capers, not capers.
Capers. I thought you said capers. Oh, capers. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's another one that she's growing.
What was his name? Barry or something or another was up here that sells a lot of capers.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There's a few of them, but it's really interesting, that niche production growing where things like commodities get quite like the wine grape industry. And you're seeing people who are growing things like the sweet potato grower out at Farmer. He's doing a really, really interesting job. And you've got people up at Renmark growing cherries. And so there's a number of people there doing really quite left of centre things. It's really exciting to see.
It is exciting to see. Yeah. So if you don't mind, I'll give you a call next week and we'll see if we can put you together with Randall Smith.
And look at worms.
And have a look at the way he set it up at home in the backyard, and he's getting lots and lots of support. He's some of the outlets like Elders and that are selling his worm juice.
Oh, fantastic.
In bottles. It's going out in bulk, selling those big square bulk box things.
Yeah. 10,000 litre lots. That's good.
He's selling it in that. Like, this is only out of a backyard in Zante Road.
How good is that?
It's amazing. It really is.
And the good thing about worms, worm compost doesn't smell.
No, look, I've been out in his backyard a couple of times now, and you can't smell a thing. It doesn't smell any. You know, it's not like a pig farm, or a chook farm.
No.
Well, and that's the thing is, cow manure and chook manure composting can get pretty pongy, but worms are really good for not smelling.
Yeah. No, it's really good, and he's doing a great job. So I will put you two together next week so that we can, so you can maybe get some advice from him and give him some advice as well. It's just local people doing local stuff. It's fabulous. Quickly, footy, what's going to happen today?
I can't go past Brown's World down at the hangar today against Wonka.
You reckon?
Oh, yeah. Brown's World have been pretty good all season. Last week, Paringa have been good, but I think Brownsville couldn't find last week against Paringa. Brownsville couldn't find a way to score, but I reckon I'll correct that this week against Wonka.
Well, they only scored one goal and a couple of points.
I know that sort of suggests the forward line wasn't overly functional.
No, I couldn't understand that. But against Wonka, so you think they're going to come on top? Well, Brownsville at home. Let's face it, it's a tough one.
And in the RFL, it's Waikerie and Farmer. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's hard to go past Waikerie, isn't it?
Well, I've gone past Waikerie.
Yeah.
And gone to Barmera. And look, the only thing that's made me do that, to be honest, and I didn't know who wasn't playing at the time, is it's being played at Barmera.
And it'll blow a gale this afternoon, because it always does seem to blow a gale across the lake.
The wind always picks up across the lake, yeah.
Not a breath here at the moment.
No.
There'll be not a breath anywhere else in Riverland, but across the lakeside it'll be going north to south.
Yeah, true. So what do you reckon? You're going to change your mind?
No, I'll still stay with Waikerie.
You'll stick with Waikerie, all right. Okay, so...
And then on Sunday down at Waikerie, it's Loxton and Berry, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Berry have been pretty sharp all season, so...
they've impressed me this year.
Again, it'll come down who's got injuries at this time of year, I think, because both teams probably drop away a little bit as their bottom end. So
Yep.
if they haven't got all their key players back, that'll be the difference, really.
Yeah, so Loxton are short a few. I'm not too sure what's going on at Berry, whether they're, the names all look to be there, but you never know, do you?
Yes.
He's got an injury.
But
So-
I think Berry have done an amazing job this year at rebuilding themselves and playing some really sharp footy.
Yeah, they have. They've done a great job. All right, mate. Look, I'll try and call you next week, and we'll get together about this thing because I think it's fabulous. I want to talk. Yep.
Do we need to drench ourselves before we go out there?
Drench ourselves. What, in beer?
No, for worms.
For worms. Yeah. Oh, that sort of drench. Yeah, of course. Yes, I should have known that after spending so much time on the farm. Yes. Yeah, we'll need to be drenched or possibly, no, we don't want to be crutched or muled. No.
Well, we could drop into Elders and get some Ivermectin before we go.
On that note, BioCentral doing stuff in the community, which is amazing, and making sure the industry looks after itself. Mate, you take care, and we'll see you next week.
All the best. See ya.
Shane Phillips. He's always got a line, hasn't he? Oh, well.
Absolutely.
Do like the man. Now, we've got to put a call in to somebody special, don't we?
I don't know. I think we should have a break, quite frankly.
Another break. We've had a
Why
break.
not? Yeah, but if we were on any other radio station or whatever, we'd be having breaks every 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, that's right. We would be, but we're not. But we can.
Well, I think it's nice to have a little break.
It's nice to have a little break.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do something.
Pick something that's good. Have you got any country music there, Trev?
Mate, I've got stacks of country music.
Well, throw one of them in.
Would you like one from Christine?
Yeah, why not?
I've got Christine here, so we'll put Christine
whack
out
her
there
on.
for you right about now. Here we go. Should be playing there shortly, I hope. Hang on. No. Here it is.
He gone. He didn't say goodbye, didn't make a sound. Just gravel flying as he tore out of town. I stood there frozen in the morning light. Didn't even try to stop that fight. I ran outside in my bare feet, heart in pieces on that gravel street. He's gone like a desert wind, left me wondering where he's been. Took my heart, left me stuck in the rut. Hang on. There goes my truck. Boots still sitting by the back doorstep, like a ghost of love I can't forget. Radio's playing our favorite tune, but it don't sound the same this afternoon. I should have seen it in his eyes. That kind of man don't ever stay tight. I should have known by the way he drift. That kind of man will always cause a rift. Well, he's gone like a desert wind, left me here wondering where he's been.
back to Trev and Dave and On the Pulse.
Famous last
Yo.
word from Christine.
Yes,
He wasn't
exactly.
performing anyway.
Yeah.
So there goes my truck. See you later. Out of here.
All right. Yeah, she's
It's a
got,
good track. It really
is
is.
a good track. Yeah, it's a bit of, it's up, Trev. It's
It's
up.
up, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Now look,
I don't know what that means.
it
folks.
means that it's jolly. It's up.
Oh, it's up tempo.
Yeah.
Oh,
You with me now?
okay. I'm sort of with you now. Yeah.
Good. I'm pleased about that.
Yeah, well, okay.
Now,
You've got an event.
we've been talking about, book signing, as a matter of fact. It's coming up, I think it's next weekend. I'm not exactly sure, but it's here in amongst this epistle that Rosemary sent me.
Our friend Rosemary Gower has given us
she suggested,
instructions.
yes, she has given us instructions, and to speak with Hallett Cheward, of course, and Hallett being her brother. And I don't like to mention people's age, but he was born in 1946. I just thought I'd throw that in. And he's on the line. Hello, Hallett.
Hi, Hallett. How you going?
Hey, good morning, men. How are you?
Well,
Very well
up here.
indeed.
I said to your sister, just give me a short thing about Hallett. So she's written a book.
That throws me.
Yeah, isn't it, really? I mean, you come from a family of writers. Once she gets in front of a keyboard, she can't stop.
No. Well, I'm a little bit different. I write books, so love history, love researching.
Yeah.
And, out of it has come quite a few, a great variation of books, you might say.
They certainly have. About 8 or 9 or something so far, is that correct?
Oh, it's getting up to over a dozen now. With
gee.
there's some other little insignificant, or I won't say insignificant, but different books that I've done. So,
Yeah. Okay, so these ones that are about to be released, these are World War One, World War Two. Which ones?
World War One. Yes, I'll just tell you how it started.
Sure.
Our grandfather, maternal grandfather, it was one of the landed at Gallipoli on the first day,
Okay.
and our mother was a WAF sergeant, and our father was a flying officer in the RAAF.
Gee.
I had a great uncle who died at Bullecourt. That was Bill, who my father was named after, and there's a story behind that as well. There's sort of been this, you might say, history of in the family. Our grandfather was a medic, and a few years about when the anniversary came up of the 100th anniversary of Gallipoli, our daughter got selected to go to Gallipoli.
Okay.
And I thought I'll research and write a book about my grandfather. He was there the first day. He never spoke about it. He lived until 1977. But when I was doing the research, and it was quite amazing, he had a camera on Gallipoli, and he took these photos, quite amazing photos. And there's one that just it cuts you to the core about how lucky you are. In the wrong place at the wrong time, you're gone. He had a photograph which he'd written on the back, and it said, "Me and Dick Denham in a dugout in Shrapnel Gully just below the Turkish lines, just after we left, the Turks blew it away." And it's,
Shrapnel
and,
Gully. I mean, they had names for all these places as well.
Yes, yeah. Quite amazing. And then when I was researching the book, and our daughter got to present it to the book to Gallipoli High School.
Okay.
The forward was done by the Turkish Consul General in Melbourne, and that came about because our grandfather considered the Turks to be an honourable enemy, which is rather strange when you're fighting each other and trying to kill each other. And he wrote this wonderful forward and explains how the Turks and the Australians to this day have this relationship, this admiration, this appreciation of each other in the battle. The Turkish Consul General describes it as the last of the gentlemen's wars, the gentlemen's battle. So it's quite amazing. Then we go.
Battle. You can't really put those two words. Don't really fit, do they? Not
No. Very ironic. But then when you do the research, And you see what happened. There was this terrible battle where the Australians killed nearly 5,000 Turks in one day, and the bodies were laying out in no man's land, and plus the bodies that had been there for the previous month, and they had a truce to bury the bodies, and that was the day that this relationship developed between the Australians and the Turks, because the Turks couldn't understand why we from the other side of the world were fighting them at Gallipoli.
Yeah.
And that's part of the book. But the other thing that I've done is when I was researching Grandpa's book, I was getting that angry about what happened to our soldiers. I mean, they just went off. It didn't have any idea, the Australians and the New Zealanders. It was just, going to be a great adventure overseas. And then when you get to read what really happened, like we landed in the wrong spot at Gallipoli, but if we would have landed where they were supposed to have, it would have been even worse, because that was so heavily guarded, it was flat and it was heavily fortified by the Turks.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of misinformation that's been carried down. And then when you get to the battles, a lot of them were. There was something else about the first day we landed. Birdwood wanted to evacuate that same night. Now, I'd never heard of that before, but it was behind the scenes that he went to Hamilton and said, we're in diabolicals here. We're going to have trouble holding on. But Hamilton said, no, we can't get you off. Just dig in. And so they stayed there. And how they stayed there in that little plot of land for so long is absolutely amazing. Then you get to...
How long were they there?
Nearly 9 months, from April to December. And what they went through there, being there through the lack of food, lack of the illness. I mean, they had food, but it was they were all skinny as dogs to end up with, and suffering very badly from dysentery and all other illnesses that go with those things.
And of course, Helen, having bodies all over the place, I mean, can you imagine the stench? Would have been horrendous.
Yeah, well, they could smell the bodies out to sea on the boats.
Is that right?
That's how bad it was, yeah. And the other thing was that the Australians were downwind of the... I mean, it was bad enough for the Turks as well. But then when there's something else that comes along is that they continually try how the war started and how the Turks knew they were going to be attacked from the things that the British and Churchill mainly did, the censorship, the lies that were told about what was happening on Gallipoli, the senseless battles that they were sent into, the unprofessional generals that the British had there. One of them, there's a place called Suvla Bay, which is in that Eric Bogle song, and the Australians, it wasn't the Australians who attacked there, it was the British.
Yeah.
And the fellow who was in charge there stayed on his boat and slept while this disaster was going on shore.
Really?
And he was sacked a week later. It was too late then because it was another disastrous landing. And these fellows, and the Butcher of Hellas, another bloke, another general, I should say, who was in charge, sent needless charges during daylight, which it was disgraceful what happened. And these chaps were generally, what would we say, pushed aside after not being successful and sent home. The chap from the Butcher of Hellas, he was sent home and he was knighted. And it's this attitude of the British that, this sense of entitlement and the lords and that they never like to see their men, their friends sacked, as you'd say, because it wasn't good form for the family. And when you get to this, it was Keith Murdoch, the journalist, and a chap called Ellis Ashmead Bartlett. Now, there was so much censorship going on, they had to sign a document if they were allowed to go there and report. So their reports were sent to the War Office in England. They were vetted heavily, censored, and only the positive stuff was sent home. So back in Australia, we had no idea of the deaths that occurred especially on the first day. And what I've done in the books is I've gone through and used the 10th Battalion from South Australia. I've gone through and used their diaries, and then at the same time, I'm giving you an indication of what's happening back home through the papers, through the South Australian papers. It was 2 or 3 months before there was some true reports that started to come out about the deaths, the death tolls that were occurring.
Do you know? Isn't this the same with all wars, though, Hallett? I mean, you can look at Iran if you want to. I mean, we're only told what the people want us to know in any of these situations, and it's diabolical, isn't it?
Well, these two books, because I go on from Gallipoli onto the Western Front, and when you get there, the same thing was still occurring. And when you get, imagine this. 57,000 plus British casualties in one day with 19,000 deaths, right?
They are numbers that you just can't comprehend.
No, you can't. And these were generals who, and one chap who I really I thought, how could this man even, Lieutenant General Hubert Gough, and he was in charge of disaster after disaster, but General Haig patronised him and looked after him. And there was one from August the 7th to September the 12th, the Australians suffered 23,000 casualties, so that's in just over, a month, more than they had incurred during the entire 8 months battle at Gallipoli.
That's mind-blowing.
Yeah. And that's where the funny thing is that my great-grandfather, not funny, it's tragic, he played for West Torrens. My great-uncle played for West Torrens and over there a month and at Bullecourt and gets killed by our own artillery because of lack of planning, of course, from the British generals.
Friendly goes back to the British.
Fire, they call that.
And a lot of it goes back to the British and their, dare I say, arrogance.
Absolutely, but by the same token, I mean, in any war, how many soldiers have been killed with friendly fire? There'd be thousands of them.
Yes, well, it was quite noticeable until we became, I'd say, experienced. And Monash came along with his special planning. It was quite amazing. And you talk about these books in a way are anti-war. So, so the theme is that there was a German who said it. The one thing we learn from history is that we don't learn from history.
Yeah,
and
they are, isn't it?
They are a trilogy because the sons of these two chaps who survived, the main characters in the books. The next book is when they're growing up during the Depression, and would you believe it's set in the Riverland to start with. They go to Singapore, of course, and it's exactly the same debacle there as occurred in the First World War, and at the hands of the leader of Churchill again. But Churchill was the man. If Churchill was a great man, there's no doubt about that. But we suffered badly, I'm afraid.
Yeah, we certainly did. And war is just a horrible thing. But as you say, we're only told what they want us to hear, basically.
Yes, bad for morale.
Absolutely. And look, Vietnam. I mean, for heaven's sake. There's another one. All wars, any that you can think of, would have secrets, I suppose.
Yes, and a lot of it, it's only down the track, or when you. It's interesting by reading a lot of the letters, even though they were censored, they still give you a more graphic example of what went on. And it's funny you say that because when I was writing the book on my father, serving in the Pacific region, there were things I couldn't understand from his letters. And again, he had a camera, but he would send letters home to Mum, and they sort of told me what he was doing. But then when he wrote to his best mate, Lloyd Drugamower, who was in the army, he told him things differently to what he told my mother. And so you can then put it all together. and work out where he was and what he was doing at any given time. And I suppose the tragedy of that was that he survived the war and came home and got killed on the road when I was when Rosemary and I were very young children.
That was back in 49.
Yes, yeah. So,
What a shame.
no, the war's, is a terrible thing, and we just don't seem to.
We don't learn, do we?
No.
We never
Generation past, generation past, and they forget about these things.
But I just wonder whether this is why a lot of the diggers that came back from World War II, and any war for that matter, don't like talking about it.
No, well, it's interesting you say that because Grandpa never spoke about it. Well, I've got this wonderful painting that's on the front of my books, and he had it down in his back shed in Melbourne.
Okay.
And I used to go down there and sit there and look at it. And I said, "Are you in there, Grandpa?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm in there somewhere." It shows the Australians charging up the hills.
Yeah.
And I said, "What was it like?" And he said, "Well, we ran up the hill after those Turks, and they started firing at us, and we turned around and ran back down twice as quick." And that was the only way that he would talk to a young bloke who had no understanding. Yeah. And then when I read about this day of the armistice, when they had to bury the bodies, there were bodies that had been laying out there for, well over a month. And it was, I won't talk about it over the...
No, but what a job for anybody to have to front.
Gosh, bodies just bloated and blown apart, and terrible. Yeah. And then when you read of the carnage of the heavy artillery on the Western Front, God, it's no wonder they never spoke about it.
No, well, exactly right. And I know from my own experience, my father was in World War II. He hardly ever told us anything about it. Even if you asked, he didn't give you a finite answer,
And where did he serve, True?
Well, it's Dave now.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. No, that's fine. No, he was in the Navy on the HMAS Shropshire. And he was all over the world, basically, and he ended up in Japan Harbour, in Tokyo Harbour, for the signing. Because he was tied up with doing some of the PA system.
Of course he was.
Funny about that.
Like father, like son.
But, any questions I remember as a young fella asking Dad, he would go smooth over the top of them, but he would never get into detail,
No. Didn't want to expose you to the terrible things that they saw.
No, and not only that, every time they would mention it, it would all come back to them vividly.
Yeah, exactly. But
they got to deal with it again.
There was
why should they?
A photo of the boat of the ship being strafed by Japanese Zeros. Yeah. And, I remember asking something about that, and he said, yes, no one was injured, but there were people killed from having all that strafing,
Yes.
So, look, it's hardly surprising, is it? So many secrets. And really, will we ever get to the bottom of exactly what happened in all wars?
No.
No, and that's interesting because the more the information that comes out now, and I suppose there's one thing I've done in the first book, is I've used the Turkish side of the war as well, which I put in there. And their great leader, Mustafa Kemal, how he led, he was a lower class general earlier, and he ends up becoming the leader of the nation. But when you read what he did as compared to the British generals, quite amazing, a born leader.
All right. Well, look, now there are 2 books that you are going to be signing, aren't there?
Yes. And
this will
what
be
I'm
when?
doing, it'll be on September the 10th.
Yes.
Thursday, September 10.
Yeah, 10:30 at the Barmera Club.
Yes.
And then 2:30 at Wakery RSL.
Okay. All right. 10:30 at the club.
The books will be for sale there, and I've made an arrangement to donate $2 from every book to the RSL and the TPI. And I was also thinking we were legacy kids that I may even add legacy to that as well. So
that's a nice thought.
It is a nice gesture, absolutely.
And it doesn't sound a lot out of the book, but a couple of other books, when I sold 5,000 a novel, they were going to turn to a film at one stage. Yes. And, it turns out to be quite a bit of money when you sell that amount of books. Yes. So hopefully we'll be able to donate money to a good cause.
Yeah. All right. So, well, that'll be Thursday week.
Thursday, the 10th of
Yes,
September.
That's right, Thursday week.
Thursday week.
Wow, it's coming very quickly. isn't it?
Absolutely. I'll be there.
So will I.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It'll be good to catch up with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Hallett, look, I do appreciate your time. Thank you very much indeed. Is it chilly down in Tassie?
No, beautiful day, sunny day. No, the funny thing is the weather is not very different to the Riverland.
Really?
The other day, the ice and frost was on the car, and I had to get the hose out. The hose was frozen. And I rang Rosemary later in the day, and I said, "What's it like up there?" And she said, "Oh, it's -2 this morning."
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same. You know, the frost and that, but then the lovely days.
So Hallett, whereabouts in Tassie are you?
We're at Campbelltown.
Okay. Yep.
And about
Down the
70 k's south of Launceston.
Yeah, because I lived
Beautiful
at
place.
I lived at Launceston and Hadspen for a long time.
Oh, right. Yeah,
and
yeah.
The same deal this time of the year. Motorbike was frozen solid, so I had to get a ride to work.
Do you know, I remember, I don't know whether you know Marilyn Gorham, who used to be in the kitchen down at the footy club for years, and was a cook all over the place. She moved down there because she couldn't stand the heat of the Riverland.
Yeah,
So,
went to the right place.
Well, yeah, but what's the summer like down there? Have you
Mild.
Is it compared to ours? Okay. Fair
Hallett,
enough. Hallett,
congratulations on your books. Looking forward to catching up with you when you are here.
Yep, absolutely.
And I know you've had a lot of other stories, being a former Riverlander, growing up here, and football and all the rest of it, SANFL, you name it.
Well, we can do that again at another stage if that's
We
all right
will.
with you, Hallett.
Yep.
If you don't mind coming back on and having a yak with us once we do set in history for Barmer and your career, because it's fairly interesting. There's a lot there.
I think he may have dropped out.
Has he?
Looks like it.
Oh, what a shame.
That is a shame. 'Cause,
Anyway.
fabulous fellow.
Yeah, so
And,
keep that in mind,
yep.
folks. That's Thursday the 10th of September, and that will be at 10:30.
Thanks, Hallett, if you're there.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah, still here.
He is there.
right,
okay, yeah. So
okay.
we're going to try and catch up with you again in the future to talk about some of the other stuff that you've done around the Riverland
Right.
as a young fella growing up here, and we'll try and get some history.
You might have
recorded.
you might have an interest in the early history of South Australia that
Absolutely.
I've done. It's become
Absolutely.
a standard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Mate, you're a champion.
Well,
thank you so much.
for your time.
Thank you.
Take
Good
care.
on you.
Bye.
There it is. So Hallett Stewart,
Yeah.
amazing guy. And
Isn't he, though? Incredible.
like the way they research into the stories for the war, it must really give them a...
I mean, it was handy obviously for Hallett to have the relations involved.
Oh, of
there,
course,
which
yes.
that was a start for him. But he was born here, folks. He was born at the Lady Weagle Hospital, which was up where the ordinary
The
hospital.
what
is.
hospital?
Lady Weagle.
Weagle.
Yeah, in Barmera.
You know, I've never heard that
Really?
before, and I've been here a number
the
of
old
days.
brick building that you see on the side where the doctor's surgery is.
Yes.
I think that was the morgue for the Lady Weagle Hospital.
Well, there you go.
Oh, Granny Annie Symes used to be a nurse there at 17. I mean, gee whiz.
Yeah, I know.
A bit of history in there, I can tell you.
Mate, I got Colin Milburn on the line.
Right, go for it.
Talking about history. How you doing, Cole? Hang on. What's going on with this thing? Oh, press
don't
that
know.
button.
No.
There we go. How you doing, Cole?
Not bad, not bad.
Mate, what was the name of that hospital?
Lady Weagle.
Lady Weagle. Have you ever heard of the Lady Weagle Hospital?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, all right. So it was real, because I'm just wondering
Do
whether
you
it's
think
making...
I would have made that up, Trevor?
Absolutely.
As
A name
if-
like Weagle? Yes, you would have.
As if, because I remember old Granny Annie was in there not long after she started as a nurse, and they burnt the nurses' quarters down, and all she had was her nightie. Had more clothes sent up from Adelaide.
Goodness me.
That was in
the-
1810, I think.
Oh, come
no.
on. The stories of the Riverland. Oh, goodness me. Colin Milburn, we're into finals. What were your thoughts from last weekend's games? Loxton did come out on top of Loxton North.
Yeah, amazing.
Only
Amazing.
just 1 point.
Yeah, well, apparently there was an injury and they had to call an ambulance.
They did, yeah.
And Loxton kept their eye on what was going on, and Loxton North didn't, and Loxton got a goal.
Yeah.
And And then a point. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so we ended up with a 9.862 to 9.761 to the way of Loxton. The young fellow that had the injuries, he is on the mend, but he's in hospital still. So that's a real shame.
All right. That was
Hudson,
one of
I
the
think it
Voight
was.
boys, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Hudson.
Hudson Voight, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
spinal injury, and thankfully the emergency services people there were really all over it and able to get it sorted quickly. So well done to them.
they do a good job.
They do. Now, what's the Berry-Renmark game went the way of Renmark, which surprised me a little bit. Did it surprise you at all?
Yes. And but that means that Loxton play Berry tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to be an interesting game. Very hard one to pick because I don't know. Loxton lost a few, but they picked a few up, and similar to Berry, I'm told. So we'll wait and see how that pans out. And of course, the Barra Monash Wakery game went the way of Wakery, 38 points, and they play again today.
Yeah. So when I saw that result, I thought that Wakery had won comfortable, but I don't know if Barra Monash rested any players or...
Yeah, all right, that's what I thought. I just don't know. So that was my thought. So today it's going to be interesting, and I reckon Barra Monash are arresting another couple of players today. So
right.
It could be interesting, but yeah, we'll wait and see, I suppose, how it pans out. What are your thoughts on today's game?
Whereabouts has it been played?
Lakeside.
Barra Monash, and you reckon they've got a few more out?
Well,
based on last week's result, Wakeley's got the better form coming in, but Barra Monash could be just playing ducks and drakes.
They got Warner out for some reason. They haven't named Warner, and that surprises me because he's been high in the scoring.
Yep. Yeah, I know they'll need him.
Whether he's injured.
It's a beautiful day, Trev. At home, you'd think Barra Monash.
I know.
I'm going to stick with Wakery on form, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went with Barra Monash earlier in the week as well, so I can't change it now, but it's a tough one. It really is.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, well, I better go with Wakery then. That way we can't be the same.
Then we balanced up. Yep, I like that. Tomorrow, of course, the elimination final. Good night for either Berry or Loxton. Which way do you think this is going to go? And I know your heart's saying Loxton, but yeah.
Well, throughout the year, Berry's 1-2 and Loxton 1. They were all close games.
Yeah.
And Loxton with Hudson Voight out, but their other on-ballers played really well apparently last week.
So they got Shay Langy's back in.
Yeah. And what about Bibby?
Not sure. Let me just see if I can have it coming up. Yeah, Daniel's in. Yeah, Daniel Bibby's in.
Right. Well, based on that, anyway. I'll go for Loxton to get over him tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Well, I've gone the other way, so there you go.
Yeah, that's down at Wakery, and I might even go down and have a look at that, Trev.
Yeah, I'm going to be away. I can't get to any of the games this weekend, but certainly it's going to be a game and a half, I think, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. I think all these finals will be close, and all the games all year have been close mostly.
They have.
And so it's been a very even round and a few injuries at the end here, and now we're getting some good weather. If it's like this today, there'll be no complaints about the crowd. And tomorrow, I think, is going to be similar, so it should be good.
It's going to be a great weekend of sport, that is for sure. Mate, I will try and catch up with you next week and get your thoughts as we get a little bit closer to a medal count as well.
And what about the result last night? Wasn't that great? Collingwood got put out.
I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, how good's that?
Great result.
we wear our thoughts on our sleeves sometimes, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Good on you, mate. You take care and enjoy your weekend of footy.
Right, boys.
Thanks, Colin.
See ya.
See you, mate. Cole Milburn there. He does wear his thoughts on his sleeve, that is for sure. And his hearts. Yeah. Yeah, I know, but we don't have hearts. Now, I was hoping to get hold of Brett Stokes, but he's unavailable today, so that's okay, because hockey's getting into its final rounds as well. Oh, yeah, forgot to turn you on. Well, you keep getting up and walking around.
Well, of course, what's wrong with that?
Well,
I should be getting a wireless version of the headset microphone.
You know what? There is an adapter you can possibly buy.
An adapter? But is there one down at Barmer Electronics?
Down to Barmer Electronics we go for a wireless adapter.
A wireless adapter. Then I can serve people and talk to you at the same time.
And then we'll hear everything you're saying to the people, and then we'll know what sort of lies you're telling them.
I don't tell lies.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, no, definitely not.
Now, we're hoping to
There are
have...
still things that we up here work at the Visitor Information Centre here in Barmer, and we learn things every day.
I know you do.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. It really is.
Yep.
We are hoping that Anne Menzel is going to be able to pop in very shortly.
Well, she was going to, wasn't she?
Yes,
Wasn't she going to finish just
she's on the
after
road
10 or something?
She's
Is
on
she?
the road.
How do you know this?
Because she's been down to the hockey at Wakery, and then she said to me yesterday she'll be on the road and
but
she'll
that
get
was
here
yesterday.
as quickly as she can so that we can have a chat about hockey and the beginnings of hockey here in Riverland. And it's quite a story, actually.
The puck.
It's not really a puck, it's a ball. We're not talking ice hockey.
Oh, aren't we?
No. we're
The
not.
puck is ice hockey, is it?
The
That's
puck
the
is
same
ice
as
hockey.
That's the same as the... I got to get Starlink on the roof of the car.
Now, there is a go.
And that in America, it looks like one of the blokes has got these 2 or 4, look like little hockey pucks, little
Yes.
ice hockey pucks.
Yep.
And they're on top of the car.
Yeah.
And he can still get high-speed broadband at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy stuff.
you
We're
can get it-
heading in that direction, I hope.
You can get these little mini things. Starlinks.
Yeah.
And you can, so they have a suction cup or something, and it goes up onto your sky, what do you call it?
Oh, okay, up on your roof.
On your roof.
Yeah.
And so you don't even have to have the roof open. It doesn't have to be outside.
That program I watch In Too Deep and with Gus, what's his surname?
I don't know.
Eisenhandler.
Eisenhandler. Oh, my goodness.
Eisenhandler is his surname, and he's got a mini version of that on the top of his yacht so that they can watch news when they want to and watch whatever they want, and it's crystal clear, I can tell you.
All right.
So there you go. But how much is it going to cost? It'll be expensive for a while until everybody wants one, I suppose.
It's not actually that ridiculously expensive. To be
Really?
honest. Yeah. You look it up on Starlinks. It's pretty good. There'll be an alternative that comes out eventually.
Well,
don't worry.
would we be better off with one of those than going through some of these other retailers that sell, you know what I mean?
Sadly, I think you're right.
I think that's the way we're heading. We're cordless phones, so it'll be cordless everything shortly. Can you imagine if you could see every airwave that was going through the air? You wouldn't be able to see the fountain.
My mother was concerned about us being able to breathe safely because of everything that's in the air.
And during the World War II, I can tell you, World War II, some of the girls that were operating the radar in the UK,
Yeah.
they were saying, they do say that if you are down there with your girlfriend on a Friday night near the big towers that they had there,
Yeah.
that was all clear. There was no chance of getting pregnant or anything like that.
Right.
And she said, but I can tell you, I have a lot of girlfriends who have very large families because of that. So that was all piffle.
There was. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. Anne has just walked in the door,
okay.
which is fabulous. So
Hello.
we'll take a little break and we'll come back with Anne Menzel and the beginnings of hockey in the Riverland.
You're listening to On the Pulse with Trevor and Dave.
You know I'm working. You know I'm Mix Missy, Erica, Incense, and Prince, product of joy, magic, and muscle. Van McCoy with the hustle. We've been working. Circle, smallest pinky rings. My people play position puzzle pieces.
This is On the Pulse with Trevor and Dave. Dave's gone out to take the dog for a little walk, which is, very, very necessary because the dog does need to go for a little bit of walk. And I did say to you that a dear friend of mine, whom I don't get to see all that often anymore, was going to pop in. Anne Menzel, how are you, young lady?
I'm going well, thank you, Trevor. I'm pleased to see you again.
It is fabulous to have you on board
And I'm pleased
on our
to see the
podcast.
dog out enjoying the sunshine.
Isn't it glorious out there?
Beautiful out there today.
It's just wonderful.
Yes.
So, look, the reason I wanted to talk to you so quickly after last weekend's event is that we celebrated last Saturday night the 50 years of the combined Berry hockey clubs. And I like to say the combined because hockey started well before the 50 years, didn't it?
Yes, the women started first, and then after a while, the men came on.
Yes, yeah. So the guys worked out there were some girls around a place wearing short skirts, so they thought they're going to chase them.
Well, for a start, there was a women's club
Yes.
and a men's club.
Yep.
And then eventually they said, well, this is ridiculous to operate as two entities. Why not have one entity that manages the whole lot?
Exactly. Yep. And it's come good.
Yes.
Yep.
It has.
No worries.
Yes.
And so we're talking hockey, field hockey, and it is a very, very good and popular sport. We've had some outstanding results from people
Yes.
here in the Riverland that have gone
Yes.
to the world.
Yes.
Gold medals, Commonwealth Games, Olympic Games, you name it. We've had
Yes.
some really huge
Yes.
results. I mean, we
Yes.
had Carrie there on Saturday night, which
Yes.
she just warms my heart. That girl. There's just
Yes.
something about
Yes.
her and her story, and it's lots of other folk as well.
Well, before
And your mum.
there was Georgie Parker as well, who was part of that cohort.
Yep.
But before them, there was Grant Schubert over at Loxton.
Absolutely. Yes.
And he was one of the catalysts that was one of the reasons why the turf was actually installed,
Yes. Yep.
to encourage people of his calibre to then be able to compete and participate on a bigger stage
On a
than
larger
Riverland.
stage. Yeah. Yeah. And they needed that growth, didn't they,
Yes.
in equipment
Yes.
and location to make sure
yes.
it happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was fortuitous they had access to a second-hand turf
Yes.
to put down as their first turf.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looked fantastic when I got here, and it had
Yes.
been down for a number of years. And now,
Yes.
of course, the new one went in only a few years ago.
I think they're on to about number 3 right now.
Oh, they on the number 3. All right. So that was obviously not the one that you were talking about. So, man, I asked you to come in because you did a presentation about your mum's involvement, June Plush, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. And June is now 100 years of age.
She is 100. We celebrated her birthday back in the middle of the year.
That is an utter amazing accomplishment in itself, and the fact that the lady is still able to walk herself up onto a stage and happy to talk on a microphone on a night in front of over 100 people. Hats off to that lady.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm amazed at her every single day.
I'll bet you are. Let's hear this story, though, shall we? As you put it, are you comfortable in those? Are they falling off your head or something?
As long as I hold this one, I'm happy.
Okay, all right. So long as you're happy, because I'd hate to have you unhappy.
Oh, you
I
wouldn't want to
love
see
you.
me unhappy, Trevor.
All right, here's Anne Menzel with the story of June Plush.
Right. June Plush is one of the founding members of the Berry Women's Hockey Club. I am her daughter, Anne Menzel. This is the story of June Plush's involvement in hockey. June started playing hockey in Adelaide as a 14-year-old when her aunt, who was a very good hockey player, promised to buy her a stick if she chose to play hockey. Of course, June jumped at the chance. June played for her school team for several years. She then started work at Waite Institute, where she helped form a new hockey team. After this, she joined a well-established A-grade club in Adelaide, where she played centre half for several years. In her last year in Adelaide, June played centre half in the South Australian State Seconds team. She remembers being trounced by Melbourne in one game. You never remember the other ones. When June arrived in Winky as a young bride in 1948, she found that Berry did not have a hockey team. Glossop High School did play hockey. June was asked to coach the girls for their 1948 annual inter-school competition against Mount Gambier. A few years later, Pam McCallum came to live at Glossop. June and Pam became good friends and realised they both missed playing hockey. They found that a few of the Glossop High School teachers and others of their acquaintances had been hockey players before coming to the Riverland. They also heard that hockey had been played in the district, but had ceased, possibly due to the war. Consequently, a small group of women, led by Pam McCallum and supported by June Plush, formed a committee to restart Women's Hockey Club in the district. After much planning, investigating and negotiating, a Berry Women's Hockey Club was formed. For their first hockey field, the Berry Council allowed the Berry Women's Hockey team the use of the vacant Glossop Oval behind the Glossop Hall on McGillivray Road. Not exactly a smooth turf, but it served the purpose. And there was the luxury of a long drop toilet. Not all grounds had such a luxury of any sort of toilet. The uniform was a very stylish grey box pleat tunic, worn over a lemon yellow button-up short-sleeved blouse, white bobby socks and white volley-style tennis shoes. The goalie wore trousers with cricket-style pads and kickers strapped to their shoes. Shin pads and mouth guards were unknown. Of course, tunics and blouses had to be ironed and sand shoes whitened each week. Hockey sticks had a very large hook and were never, ever raised above the shoulder, as that was a major infringement and resulted in a free hit to the opposition. Balls were leather and had to be whitened with the same whitener that was used on sand shoes. June cannot remember who their first match was against, but women's hockey progressed in Berry. Each team had to supply one umpire for each game. This was often the coach. Substitutions did not happen, so only 11 players were involved each game. I started playing hockey as an 11-year-old when June's team was short of a player one day. So I was handed a stick and instructed to fill in for the absent player. By the time I reached high school in 1964, as well as Berry women and Glossop High School teams, there were town and high school teams in Renmark and Loxton in both A and B grade. Each club had their own home ground, with usually only one game at a venue each afternoon. Glossop High School girls played on what was known as the Girls' Oval, next to the Old Sturt Highway between the Aboriginal Centre and Woolston Engineering. It was a much smoother ground than the Glossop Oval that June played on, but didn't have a toilet. June's hockey playing career changed to a supporting, managing, coaching role for my Glossop High School team. We all heard and tried to obey when we heard her cyanide calls of "Sticks down!" or "Anne!" or Sue or Margaret, whoever it was, "That's yours!" June umpired many games for us. Each Saturday morning, she gave me a hockey warm-up on our front lawn. I thought I'd reached the pinnacle when I finally beat her at a bully. Do you remember the bully? That was how each game was started and also restarted after a goal was scored, and occasionally during the game after particular infringements. Do you remember the offside rule? You needed to be slightly behind your player who had the ball, or have 3 opposition players between you and the goal. Otherwise, there was a free hit against you. Corners have changed too. We used to run in to stop the ball in the circle, not wait to stop it outside the circle. Who remembers the roll-in from the sideline, with all players behind the 5-yard line? At one stage, June realised that as everyone wore long white socks, Girls in my Glossop High School team were attacking our own players as much as the opposition. June collected a pair of socks from each player and spent an afternoon boiling these socks in green dye so that we all had green socks to match our green hockey tunics. We no longer attacked our own players. June was a very active member of the Berry Women's Hockey Club during the early years of the club and took her turn filling various roles, including president in 1961 and 1962. Even when I was an adult, June came to watch many of my games of hockey and continued to urge the whole team to play their best in the same manner as when I was in high school. Anne, that's yours! From across the field. June also supported both my brothers through their hockey years in Glossop and Berry teams. June has watched countless hours of hockey played by her grandsons and now watches most games played by her two great-granddaughters when played at the Berry ground. She often mentions that the rules have changed. June Plush, thank you for your contribution to hockey.
And the contribution to the region as well, Anne. It's been utterly amazing, hasn't it?
She is an amazing person because this was talking about her hockey. But don't forget all the other things that she has been involved with as well.
Yes.
And even today, she is out with a group of people looking at one of the parks.
Is she really?
Yes.
So she's still involved?
She's still well and truly involved in parks and things. She's involved with our U3A group in doing several things.
Yep.
She is just involved, and particularly in her family with all of them. This was her hockey involvement.
Yes.
Don't forget that one of her other great-granddaughters plays junior netball.
Yes.
So she goes and watches that.
Yeah.
When both her granddaughters are playing basketball in the summertime, she will go and watch that. She has no idea about the rules or anything. She goes.
But it doesn't matter because
No.
she's there for a family.
She is there to support these kids, and these kids thoroughly enjoy it. And it's important to them that great-grandma was there.
Yeah, absolutely. Sport aside
Yes.
and her community activities aside, what did June do for work? Did she work, or was she a stay-at-home mum, or can you remember?
As I said, that before she came to the Riverland,
Yep.
she worked at Wade Institute, which developed her love of the plants
Yes.
and the outdoors.
Yep.
So when she came here, she was a young bride, married a fruit blocker who was Don Plush,
Yes.
lived at Winky, and she was a stay-at-home mum for quite a number of years. Eventually, she took on the job of librarian at Glossop High School
Okay.
and did her librarian exams by correspondence.
Oh.
So that took a lot of reading and a lot of work.
Correspondence in those days is a lot different to external learning today.
Oh, yes, this was all writing the essays, putting it
Putting
in an
envelope.
envelope, sending it off, waiting for something to come back by
Yes.
mail. You had a list of books to read, and I was commissioned to read some of those books so that I could give her a précis of them because she had no chance of reading all the books she had to read.
There you go. So she continued her
Yes.
study from Waite all the way through.
Yes.
And, an amazing lady.
She applied that well and truly to Glossop High School. She was there for quite a number of years. She's just supported everybody and everything as hard as she can go.
June Plush, you're an amazing, 100 years of age, been here a century. There is things that she has seen, experienced, and seen the changes that none of us will ever experience again.
Well, most people won't know how many plantings of plants around the district in public spaces that are a result of her work.
Exactly. I wouldn't know.
Well,
you probably don't know them all either.
Well, the one that we all see is at the entrance sign to Berry.
Yes.
Welcome to Berry sign. That garden is hers.
Yes. Which I learned that's how I met you when you were maintaining that.
Well, she maintained it for a long time. The Flinders Range wattles along the road by the Army Depot.
Yes.
She planted them.
Did she really? There you go.
And maintained them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a planting along Lower Winky Road that she planted that no one would know was not natural scrub these days.
Right. Yeah.
She was involved with planting around the caisson on Batham Road, outside of Glossop.
Yes. Yep.
No one would know that that was not natural scrub.
It looks natural now.
Yes.
Mm.
And that's only some of the things that she's been involved with. Cataract Cove, she still goes and plants things down there and then goes and waters them once a week. And she's been involved with a lot of the revegetation, but that by now you don't know it's revegetation.
No.
It looks natural.
It does. Yes, it certainly does.
But at the entrance to Cataract Cove, there's a little patch at the information bay called June's Patch, named after her because she established it.
There you go. So there's a lot more to June than the hockey and her family and
That's
the
right.
work she's done for our community. She's just quietly got on with it.
Yes.
No big awards,
never-
nothing. Just not looking for praise, not looking for
No.
any recognition. Just out there doing the job.
Never wanted accolades.
Yeah, that's amazing. And thank you so much for popping on your way home from the hockey
My pleasure.
to talk about your mum. You've got a story of your own. We'll talk about that one day because you also have carried on a lot of that community work.
I have had a fantastic role model.
You have. And you're a dear friend, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you. Good
Thank
to
you.
see you.
And I tell you what, she's done an amazing job over the years, and she keeps me honest sometimes as well. Thank you so much for coming in. There is an event that she's just brought to me as well. We'll talk about this later, but there's a high tea coming up on the 13th of September at the Hotel Renmark, and that's all about the Country Women's Association, which is still going. So we might need to talk about that.
The thing is,
Hang on, turn you back on.
the main thing is that people can go to Try Booking or to our CWA website
And get your tickets.
and get tickets. We do need people to book ahead of schedule.
Well, that'll be for
It's only
catering.
$30 for a full afternoon of entertainment.
And you can see we've gone a long way from studying on externally with
Yes.
having to put things in envelopes. And I did my
Yes,
journalist course that way when I was in Darwin. You could QR code.
that's it.
Come a long way, haven't we?
Yes, these posters are posted all around the district so that people will be able to see them, do a QR code. It's been in the Pioneer a couple of times.
Has it? Yeah.
And will be again.
Excellent.
So just keep your eye out for a lovely green
It's wonderful.
advertisement.
It really is. High tea and fashion through time on the 30th of
Yes,
September.
guest speakers, raffles, lucky door prize, full entertainment,
Yep.
full afternoon of fun and frivolity.
Absolutely fantastic. It should be a good one to go and get along to if you can find your way to do so, because I reckon you'll enjoy every little bit of it. We're going to take a little break, let Anne get out. I'm going to get Dave back in because, you know what Dave's like. He likes to have a little bit to say around the place. He's a bit like that.
I am.
He is.
I don't know if I can find my way out. I'm stuck in a prison of doubt. In this torsion, and everything is growing up tight. There's no room to breathe. And nobody is watching at night. Who wanna rise up? don't know if I can find my way out. In this and everything is going uptight. There's nowhere to fall into the ocean. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching out. The water is rising over me. The water is rising. It's coming. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching out. The water is rising over me. The water is rising. I'm reaching. It's coming. I'm reaching. Water is rising over me. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching. It's coming in. Water is rising over me. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching. It's coming.
This is On the Pulse.
That it is, Dave
It was
Waterman.
on the pulse.
Well, it has been on the pulse.
We're,
and the pulse is
overtime.
still there.
Yeah.
But we are a little bit over time. There's no doubt about that. But it's been such a good day, really. When we've had
covered a bit, Trev.
we have covered a lot. We've covered a lot of sport. But we've also covered a lot of very, very good people.
Absolutely.
Hallett Sheward. Well, I knew a little bit
talked
about
about
what he's
Raj.
done, and you could talk to him for hours, and we will talk to him again. And Mensa with the June Plush story with hockey, and there's just been so much, and there's a lot going on throughout the region at the moment. And you got to be happy to live here, don't you? Look at the weather, for goodness sake!
Perfect.
It's just utterly perfect out there at the moment.
I agree.
You could not ask for a better place to be on the planet at the moment, that's for sure. So, folks, look, please remember to do the thing. That is to subscribe, like, comment.
And comment. We
Please
really
also-
haven't had many comments, have we?
No, we haven't. And I'd like to hear some as to what people would like on the program.
Absolutely. What
We're
do you
going
think of
to...
what we've done so far?
Yeah, we want to, as the main sports start to wind down to their grand finals, what we'd like to do is then start looking at some of these history bits and pieces.
Yes.
And getting some...
And to me, they're fascinating.
Well, they are. And I want to get this stuff recorded and stored somewhere, probably
Library.
here at the VIC or in a library somewhere with our Berry Barmera library people, and make sure that this history is kept. And I don't just mean Berry Barmera history, I mean Riverland wide and even into the
Absolutely.
Mallee. I think that would be very important that we get into the Mallee as well.
What's the other place? Chapman's Bore.
It's a little bit out of our area, but it's a
but
great tin shed sitting out in the middle of nowhere.
I love it. The first time I nearly drove off the road, I was killing myself laughing. I thought, what is that in the scrub? And it was like the other day. Do you know I've never been to Riverbush College, Riverbush College?
Haven't you?
No. And I said to
Kelsey,
Kelsey,
yeah, I think so.
where is Riverbush?
Haven't you been there? She's out
No,
the back of Glossop there.
Yeah, I've never been. And I said to Kelsey, where is it? She said, it's in the bushes.
You turn left as you go into Glossop, turn left and then turn right, and it's there on your left.
Oh, right.
Very
okay.
easy place to
Because
find.
they're borrowing our projector next week.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're having a bit of a get-together and...
They're a great school.
Yeah, well, they've got a bit of a fundraiser going, so they're going to pick up the projector, and I think they've got a sheet as a screen.
A sheet? Could you give them the blow-up screen as well?
Well, we offered that, but no, they said no, that gives us a sheet.
Okay. All right. They got a sheet.
They got a sheet or something or another, but anyway, it's going to be a bit of a fundraiser. So they're coming in to get the projectile.
Yep.
And,
projectile.
and signing their life away in
Yeah,
case
right.
anything happens to it.
Fair enough.
But anyway, look, it's been a lot of fun today, folks.
It
And
has.
what a beautiful day it is.
Yeah, it is a glorious day.
Yeah, and it's great to see the main street of Barmera full and the footy oval full. And I reckon it will be full at around about 1:30 this afternoon.
I think you're right. It's going to be one of those big days. Thanks for being a part of it, and we will catch you next week.
We will.
Be
See you, folks.
good.